Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Toby. Welcome to the podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome. I'm going to give a big shout out to my day ones for the past 6 years, my subscribers, my listeners. I appreciate people who talk about this podcast, who share this podcast, who support this podcast, who write reviews for this podcast. Really appreciate all your support. I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been giving it away for free. So many people ask me why I don't film it, why I don't monetize on YouTube, why don't I charge people for it on Patreon? And their answer is because I don't want to. I love these conversations in my kitchen. I love the honesty. I love that people want to come back for 2 or 3 episodes, the reoccurring guests that I have all the time. I love it. No lights, no cameras. I myself do not like going on podcasts that are being filmed and have lights. I've done it a couple times. I'll probably never do it again. I don't feel like myself in those situations. So I want all my guests to be as comfortable as possible. I do have sponsors. The sponsors keep my shit going. They keep it alive. But I will never interrupt a conversation with an ad in the middle of it. People do that all the time, and I will never interrupt the flow of a conversation. So don't worry about that. But I do have amazing sponsors who I align myself with, the products that I use on a daily basis. I've turned down so much money for sponsors that want to be part of this podcast with companies I've never tried or didn't align with. I'm very picky about who I have on my sponsors and have on this podcast. That being said, check out the sponsors. Joe, cue up the music.
Welcome to the One Life, One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. And today I'll be using my Kiwi accent instead of my Lower East Side accent. If you haven't guessed, this is not Toby Morse. I'm Dan Smith, and I have kind of hijacked the airwaves over here in his kitchen for a very special announcement. I've been friends with Toby for 25 years or so, and he's always shown me love and support with everything I've done, from my music, from taking bands on tour, having me create artwork for H2O, and countless other things over the years. I've filled in for them a couple times on bass and guitar and made memories I could never forget. In exchange, I've tattooed him a million times and might have seen more of his body than Moon has at this point. And today he surprised me and asked me to do my very own read and announce something that I've been working on that will now be a new sponsor of this very podcast. I grew up playing and loving soccer or football, and if music and tattoos didn't get in the way, I'm literally positive I would have been a pro. A couple years ago, me and my friend Kevin decided to start Field Soccer Supply. Field is a soccer-based clothing brand, but mostly Field's an idea that was created from me being involved in bands and tattooing, etc. for over 25 years and experiencing the crucial, amazing, connecting element of what makes the world go around: community. We kind of exist to elevate the passion for the beautiful game and just connect music, culture, historic moments along the way. So if you've got kids in soccer or you play in an adult league with your mates, you know how it goes. Every season, new uniforms, new fees, new hassles, new everything. Soccer is the biggest sport in the world, but is literally the #1 sport in America that kids actually stop playing. And the main reason is simply just the cost of everything. All those old polyester jerseys end up in a landfill something too, and the love of the game kind of follows soon after. We're going to do something different. We take old uniforms headed for the dump and recycle them. We then use the recycled polyester to create uniforms that any team can love. They're fully customizable, team kits, fan wear, and also there's a lifestyle and essentials side to it that celebrate amazing moments in soccer and music history combined. You know, playing is the most important thing. We host monthly play-for-free pickup games here in Southern California, and we're just getting started. The goal is to eventually do this everywhere and help make playing doable for anyone. Check out The Field Dream on socials and thefielddream.com for more info and join our team. Okay, I'm going to hand you back to the real host of the pod and get back to the regular programming. Thanks for listening.
I have a lot of friends who are sober, a lot of friends who are straight edge, a lot of my friends who are going through it. I know struggling with substance abuse and alcoholism can be really hard, especially knowing who to turn to. It can be really daunting. I'm here to say that a good friend of mine and his friend started this incredible treatment center called Refine Recovery. They gave me a phone number, 855-516-3332. You can text, you can call them. It's totally confidential. It's safe. There'll be somebody on the other line to help you out, a compassionate human being to talk to help you navigate the process, the insurance treatments. They accept most of private insurances. You can go refinerecovery.com, Refine Recovery Instagram. I know it's hard, but reach out to somebody, man. People care about you. People love you. People want you to be here for a long time. People love you in their lives. If you're going through it, make this phone call. It's totally private. I know people DM me all the time about going through sobriety and trying to get straight and trying to take care of themselves, and the struggle is totally real. And Refine Recovery is the definitely move. Reach out to them, 855-516-3332, or text them, 855-516-3332. You can call or text this number anytime, 855-516-3332. You know the drill. This number is here for you to call. Since 1987, Rockabilia has been around doing officially licensed merch. No bootlegs from all the artists that I freaking love, from pop to hip hop to rock to hardcore to punk. Over 500,000 items on this website, independently owned, operated in the USA. Custom limited collabs drop every month exclusively on this website from visual artists and tattoo artists. They have so many bands that I love and artists that I love, from Gaga to Blink, Katy Perry, Bad Brains, Beastie Boys, De La, Tribe Called Quest, 50 Cent, Billy, Deftones, Dead Kennedys, DMX, Dr. Dre, Eric B. and Rakim, Goo Goo Dolls, Hall & Notes, Wu-Tang, U2, Snoop, TSO, and Paramore. Those is to name a few of all my favorite bands that are on this website. I've owned t-shirts from all those artists throughout my life. Now I know to go here only. All officially licensed merchandise. Check out Rockabilia Instagram. Also go to rockabilia.com and use my code OLLC10 and get 10% off. That's rockabilia.com. Use my code OLLC10 and get 10% off your purchases. Thank you to Rockabilia for being our new sponsor. Welcome to OLLC fam. That's cool.
Yeah, like people sending me DMs being like, I listened to your show. It's so refreshing that there's just earnest conversation that exists in the midst of, much
this
like
hell
yours.
We're living in.
This hell we're living in. Like, thank you for being a lifeboat. Can we give you money? I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Are you particular about the brands that you?
Yes.
Me too, man. Me too. There's been so many that reached out over the past 6 years. I was like, I never even tried like a energy drink. I never tried. I would just feel weird doing it,
Yeah, it has to align.
Yeah.
Because then the audience knows.
Oh yeah.
And also, like, if I'm taking money, I'm gonna do the ads myself. I'm gonna do the reads, right?
Me too.
So it has to feel. People got to be like, oh, he actually fucks with this.
Yeah. Especially me too, because I'm in some sort of vegan Illuminati where people want to nitpick everything.
Yeah, your world's.
Yo, I got
the vegan Illuminati is wild. I salute my vegan friends who can deal with essentially, like, how would I describe it? Like, y'all have your own MAGA within the thing.
It's so annoying, dude. Somebody called me out once because they saw I was wearing this Stance underwear with my favorite boxer briefs. And shout out to Stance. And somebody's like, hey, there's those underwear aren't vegan. And I was like, what? And it's because they were called the Milky Whites. And so I hit up my voice at Stance and said, yeah, there's a milk derivative inside your underwear that makes it soft from casein. And I was like, what? So I'm not wearing vegan underwear? And my favorite underwear, I fucking had like 16 pairs. I gave them to my boy. I felt so bad. Even though I fucking loved him. And it's like, somebody...
Are you vegan all the way down to the honey?
Yeah. I don't fuck with honey. I mean, I'm not like, I don't even think. I don't fuck with honey. I don't see honey in my house. My son does. My wife and my son are vegetarian, so I'm like the total different than them, But like, there's been times I've had honey in the past 30 years for sure. If it's in one of my something, but I'm not really putting honey on shit yet.
Right.
That's a weird thing too, because I got friends who are vegans who have like bee farms. You know what I mean?
Bee farms?
They have like that. They raise
bee
bees.
Farms. Yeah.
Listen,
I mean, I don't want the vegan lamanini. The vegan lamanini coming for me, but the honey one is wild for me. I get like industry, etc., but like, the bears are sticking their hands in the honey pot all day. Like, I think we can allow ourselves a little honey.
Were you ever being close to vegan ever?
My mother was a vegetarian for the first 40 years of her life.
Oh, wow.
She's not anymore. And within her vegetarianism, there was a vegan window. And that was an interesting time for my brother and I. I tell
Was she cooking like that in the house?
Yeah. So like my house was like the tofu. Before anyone was fucking with tofu and wheat germ and alternative milks and alternative cheeses and all those things. Yeah. We were the beta testers for America. My house, early 80s, late 70s.
Wow.
and you're going to school and you have a sprouted bread, almond butter, and like a little bit of honey sandwich, and your friends are like deli meats,
Yeah.
American cheese,
Totally.
Twinkies, and all the things, and you're just like people are like, everyone come look at Selema's lunchbox. Ew.
Were you trying to trade for other people's food?
Yes. They didn't want to fuck with none of my shit.
Give me some real cheese.
At a certain point, I got busted because, you know, when you're a kid, you're just dumb.
Yeah.
Like you have zero awareness. So instead of throwing the lunches out on the way home, I came home with them. And then my young, undeveloped brain is like, you have to hide them somewhere.
So he brought the lunchbox back with him. Wow.
So I had a big giant, remember the Tyco electric race car tracks?
Yeah.
I had the big one, and the box was in my closet. And so I just didn't know about food rotting. I was just taking those lunches and
No way, dude.
throwing it in the Tyco box. One day I come home from school, and there's like a spread on my bed of like 12 lunches. And I'm like, oh, I'm cooked.
Oh, dude.
And it was a whole family meeting. And
No way.
Mom is just, I can't believe I worked so hard on your lunches and
Healthy lunches.
and I love you. And why are you doing this to me? And I'm like, but Mom.
How old are you then?
Like maybe 9 or 10. Yeah.
Damn, Mom was bummed.
Mom was so bummed. And then you see that you hurt your mom that way, which no intention, no awareness. But I'm grateful that my mother raised me the way that she did as far as food is concerned, because while I am a carnivore, I am at the same time, I get my food responsibly.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with big meat. I don't eat fast food. I don't support, the big monstrous food companies. And I eat a shit ton of vegetables and fruits. Like I tell, like, people be like, are you plant-based? I'm like, yes, I am. Most of what I eat is plants.
Yeah.
And then I eat some meat.
Yeah.
They're like, you're not plant-based. I'm like, the phrase is based.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good point, actually.
It's based. Yeah. So if y'all need to come up with a better term, because you came up with plant-based because it sounded cool and it sounded less like, running up against a thing as like, do you not or do you not do
vegan?
That?
Yeah.
And so I'm plant-based, and I have full respect for vegans.
Yeah,
I got full respect for like those people. Those I think they're psychos, but the carnivore people who just eat meat.
That's wild. Yeah,
I think y'all are crazy.
Yeah,
but also like knock yourselves out. My thing with either veganism or people who are like carnivore diet, where we were cavemen. Okay, whatever. That comes with no context. If you're telling me without any science to back it up that your thing is the thing that's going to save the world, and now it's your duty to get everyone to be on your thing, then you're no better than, any religious zealot who can't wake up and just like sit in their own faith.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that vegans and people who eat meat actually could come together and fight big food and fight big meat and be like, the enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
Yeah.
And be like, all
it's
right.
Pretty interesting, actually.
How do I want what you want. Maybe we don't want the same end result, but like we both want the same thing. So how do we come together to defeat these people so that people can get out of food deserts and and we're not just living in this space where like we're being pumped shit full of shit.
Totally. Did you see that movie, They're Trying to Kill Us?
No.
John Lewis, Badass Vegan, on social media. He has a documentary about all the food deserts and stuff like that where he grew up at, and it's a really intense, awesome. They took it offline fast.
Oh,
It's called They're Trying to Kill Us.
Of course.
I'll get you a link to it. Yeah, but it's really interesting with all that kind of healthy foods in different communities where they don't have anything like that. It's just like fast food, all that.
I love the urban
like,
gardens.
Yeah, me too.
Like the folks who have not even figured out, who are showing you just how easy it is and how much it goes against the system that we're in, that you can provide a certain amount of like really good, healthy food for yourselves within your communities. There's a reason why there's not fruit trees lining the streets in America. They used to think about it. Fruit trees used to exist everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. Orange trees and sourdough,
orange
all that
trees
shit.
and apple trees and lemon trees and avocados and all this other shit. But if you have access to literal trees with fruit on them, then you don't need to buy my shit.
Yeah. It's true, man. It's really true.
So like they put up,
it's so fucked.
They put up, not only do they put up trees, but they just put up male trees.
Yeah.
So that they wouldn't procreate.
It's so fucked. And think about like the food at the hospitals when you're in the waiting room, all the bad food and the soda and the candy.
Like when you're in recovery and they bring you just like slop, like, wait, I'm in here fighting for my life. And y'all made a deal with these people who process these foods. Like this is what we're doing. Causes
diabetes and a bunch of man.
Like it is insane. So I'm with all that.
Yeah.
But I think that what happens is, especially with social media, etc., you can co-opt a message of good and create an army that is unknowingly fighting for the wrong things and fighting against your neighbor, as opposed to the people who are actually fomenting the bad shit.
True. It's so true, man. Welcome to the podcast, Selema Masekela, man.
Thanks. I thought we were I thought we were about to say goodbye.
No, dude, I'm about to intro. This is a sick intro so far, man. Thank you for being here. We've been talking about doing this podcast for a long time. And
bro, we have been.
You're a busy man, though.
We've been having this conversation for years, and I felt so good when I woke up this morning. I'm like, I'm going to actually sit with Toby.
Yeah, man.
Morse.
We're doing it.
The legend. I'm in his. And now I'm in your legendary ass.
Thank you, man.
Kitchen. Like you and your wife from afar are goals. Like you look like you have this complementary relationship of two people who are equally weird that found each other.
Absolutely, dude. We do. I'm very lucky, man.
And then you come
We're
in
very opposite too, man.
Yeah, you're total opposites. But then you come in your house, like I'm in your 50s diner kitchen, and then like right next door is your punk rock room.
Totally.
And you're in the 50s diner.
I took over my wife's kitchen with this shit. Yeah.
And your wife's working in the punk rock room, and I'm like, this is goals right here.
Yeah, man. I'm very lucky, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
You'll be married 30 years next year. Yeah, really lucky.
I love the way you showcase your relationship to the world, and the way you storytell each other. It's like it's dope.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Are you a hopeless romantic?
I'm a single hopeless romantic. Yes.
Yeah.
But I do hold out the hope that like that I have either a partnership or a handful of really quality ones left. Mm-hmm. Hopefully the former, because
Do you want to be married someday or have kids or?
I think I'd like to be married someday.
Yeah.
And if I found the person who made it, who felt like partnership, I would venture into having kids. It's a terrifying thought at 54 years old,
and in this world too. Yeah,
and in this world, but also as like you're a whole ass middle-aged man. You have an AARP card. And you're like that also requires you have to be flying below the hard deck to find someone that's can procreate, that's interested in your old ass.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole.
So the girls have to be a lot younger too. Yeah.
She's got to be like, 36, 35 to 40. Can't fly below 35.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that from a Clooney mindset. Like,
yeah. I got friends like in the 50s having kids right now. It's crazy. They're almost 60 years old, dude.
I see that.
But their girls are like 30 years old. I'm keeping it 100.
Yeah.
Like 20 years younger at least.
Yeah. And I couldn't, listen, I'm not the most mature person on earth, and I've
none of us are. We're big kids, bro.
Yeah, we're big kids. But if I could find a person who was like, could be down with the fact that I'm set in my ways, but also a kid, and maybe someone who's is thinking bigger picture, and maybe she's a little younger and it works, then yeah, cool. Because I do. When I went to Burning Man this year, first time.
Oh wow!
I just got back.
How was that?
The single most radically recalibrating life decision I've ever made.
Damn.
And there's no world in which I would have ever told you on the front end going in that's what it would be. In fact,
Yeah.
I said no for a decade.
Yeah.
People would invite me and be like, that's whack. People out here fucking playing in the desert with sand and like dust in their ass.
Yeah.
Cosplaying, spirituality. I'm all the things that I could do to criticize it.
Is there orgy tents there too? Is that true?
There is one.
Okay. Respect.
It was it blew, of course the year I go, the storms that came through blew that shit down.
Oh shit.
So I that was not a thing that I was tempted into. But it's so huge. There's 80,000 people there.
Yeah.
Like there's probably one orgy tent in the midst of 80,000. Like
yeah.
there's one fucking like creepy porn store around the corner, right? Like that
Totally.
doesn't define the town.
No,
but there are some people who go there for that. Whatever you're into,
They have it.
they have it. You just want to like sit around and talk about the world and life. You got that.
Do you change up your dress? Like you dress different when you went there?
Yeah, bro.
Or you want some shit? What do you want?
You're on. You know what? I was on some I was on some real Isaac Hayes.
Okay.
70s Isaac Hayes.
Sick.
Like shimmery dashikis. Shit that like I would get laughed off the street on at home. But you're walking down the street being like a kid. Like when you were little, you're like, I'm gonna wear cowboy boots,
Totally.
and a football jersey
Spider-Man
today,
outfit. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
a Spider-Man pants.
Yeah.
And like your parents were like, all right, let's go outside. You get to do that, and
Yeah.
people are gonna express that in
You
different
can
ways.
live on anything you want to live out there. It's free. Everything. Yeah, freedom. Yeah.
Here's what I learned: no shame, no judgment, radical self-reliance, community, generosity, and you are unplugged from capitalism for 10 days. So,
And you're off your phone too?
and you're off your phone.
Sick.
So all these apps that run in your subconscious that control like basic decisions and even the ones you're not thinking about, they're all off
Yeah.
for 10 days. And by the third day, you're just like, oh shit. You're like Neo in the Matrix where he's like, ain't this a motherfucker?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're suddenly realizing, and this is my experience, I don't know if other people had it, but I was like, oh, everything in the default is truly, the rules are all made up and they're not made up for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can say that out here and it's like cool talk in a bar, but there you're like, oh shit, this is actually the case.
Damn.
And
So you have like a tent out there?
yeah, I had this thing called a shift pod. It's dope.
What is that?
A shift pod is basically like a pop-up, like if the apocalypse went down, you could live in this thing for a while. And it goes up in 5 minutes. I had a slot for AC, so I bought an AC for
Damn.
like, I'm going to,
Got a
I'm
refrigerator
adult.
out there?
I had a refrigerator. I had a mini fridge. I had the dope ass Yeti coolers.
They're serving food too and all that stuff.
You don't need anything out there. You're just walking down the street and people are like, hey, come in here. Try my grandmother's congee. Like, what? Yeah, come in. Sit down.
Wow.
Serve you a plate. You walk around the next corner like, hey, we just smoked, whatever. Like, or the vegan place. Like, literally everywhere you go, people are just offering up, and what they want in exchange is to experience your joy.
It's like some real compassionate, loving humans out there.
Yeah, and it's not a utopia. Like there are some people who are out there like just to party.
Yeah.
And you see them and you're like, not my people or whatever. But like the general energy is freedom. But like not in the commercial freedom.
Oh, yeah.
But actual freedom. And that had me fucked up. Like
Did you go out there with some friends?
Yeah, I went out there with some friends, and then I had some other friends that were out there. You know Joy Bryant?
What's her name?
Joy Bryant.
I know the name. Yeah.
She's one of my dear friends. She was out there. I ran into people that I hadn't seen in years.
Were they surprised to see you out there?
They were surprised to see me, and I was surprised to see them.
Yeah.
Dancing at an art car at 5 a.m. You're like, wait, Jen? Like, what?
Were you staying up all night?
A few nights.
Yeah.
Staying up all night and having no guilt about it and no shame based on like what I need to do the next day.
Yeah.
And as a whole ass adult, like not feeling weird about it, like just being able to be and go explore music,
No
and
responsibilities,
art and whatever,
man.
like for 10 days, I think I think it's a social experiment that they should run a bunch of them every year for people. Like I've been home for, I don't know, almost 2 weeks.
Still buzzing from it.
I'm still buzzing from it. Every dream I've had since I got back has literally been me out on the playa. I wake up in the morning like, huh? And I brought all this up to say that like I went with some intentions and I did some journaling while I was out there because there's this temple that they burn at the end, which is a whole nother thing, like the most powerful sort of spiritual energy I've ever sat in before. You go and sit in this place and people are grieving and you're looking and they've put up, you know, pictures and letters that they've written to those they've lost or to themselves. Like people are there to like really like release and let go of shit.
Yeah.
And you go and sit in this wooden structure with pews in it in a circle and you just go and sit down and you start thinking about your shit. And then I remember the second I was in there for like 10 minutes, you can hear people crying. Sometimes someone's playing a guitar or someone might start chanting some Hinduism or whatever it is. Like people are sort of just feeding the spiritual pool. There were some like born agains that got on guitar and started doing their thing. You're like, all right, cool, respect. And then next thing, you know, some like Buddhist philosopher stands up and speaks. But other than that, unless you're contributing to the room, it's silent and people are going through their shit.
Yeah.
And in the center of the floor are artifacts that people have left to burn for when it burns and letters they've written. And I woke up this one day just feeling hella compelled and shit just started pouring out of me. 3-4 pages, boom. Got on my bike. I'm like, okay, today I'm going to the temple. And one of the things that I wrote that I hadn't ever like wrote before was, if I have a shot in this life, I would like to be a father.
Wow.
And it just like, and it poured out to me all the reasons why. And I had never, ever done that before. And I went and sat in the room and I didn't know what was going to happen, but they like, go inside and sit. Bro, I was in there 10 minutes. I put my head down. And once I put my head down, the manner in which all of this shit started upwelling in me, like from deep in my gut. And Toby, I started weeping like a baby.
Wow.
For an hour.
Damn.
I just cried, bro.
Getting it all out, man.
Oh man, all this shit that I didn't even realize that I subconsciously had been like carrying and stuffing away and stuffing in layers that you hope no one can see because you're trying to be a hero through shit. And this was the first space that I sat in where I was just like, my whatever, my higher self was like, oh, we're safe, full release.
Yeah.
And there are times when you're sitting there weeping that you can't control, like it's just pouring out of you, and then you just feel hands on you. And it's your neighbors, it's people around you, like literally putting their hands on you, letting you know that you're okay. Man. People are rubbing your back. You open your eyes and people are like, are you okay? Can I hug you?
It's another dimension, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
I went to another dimension.
Yeah, and you have to go there being open-minded, ready to experience everything. You can't go like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. You can't go, you have to go in there, right?
Yeah. And it, at a time, especially in this time we're living in this country, where the idea of difference is being challenged, right? There is a certain end of this culture war conversation that says, hey, sameness. And this is the lens of sameness that makes us American. And these people being different, and these people being different, and these people over here, and these people all being different are a threat to the sameness that we need in order to be a country, in order to be actual Americans.
Yes. There
are people who righteously believe that that's the case. But what it creates is, I think, a heightened judgment for anyone who's different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been the case in America for a long time, obviously.
Sure.
But going there forced me, like really being out there, forced me to deal with even my shit of the amount of like easy judgment that I pass on a daily basis.
Yeah.
For people who subconsciously I've been taught to fear. And so I might as well have no curiosity. I don't have, you're not bad, but I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, totally.
And out there, everybody's in your face.
It doesn't matter who anybody voted for out there, anything about that shit, dude. You're all just humans out there living.
And it was, like I said, the most surprising and radically recalibrating experience of my adult life so far. And I've done some shit.
Yeah. I think we have more in common with each other than we don't. There's so many people who don't talk about things.
Yeah. Well, if you want to wrest control over people, then you might as well point them at each other so they don't turn together and point at the top.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, America at its height right now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not to mention that like this place is also like built on a lot of bullshit that it thinks it can like press Control Alt Delete on.
Yeah.
As opposed to just acknowledging and saying, shit, not only did we fuck up, but we're never going to do that again.
Yeah.
And so for as long as this country continues to pretend like it's innocent, like it's not a place I was talking to a friend yesterday, and this is in the wake of when we were recording this, the podcaster Charlie Kirk was murdered yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the phone with a friend, and he's like, man, I just feel like, the regard for human life in America, it's like it's starting to become like Mexico or something, like it's like not like one of these foreign countries that we go to. And I was like, bro, it's us. Like disregard for human life, violence. This is our brand.
Absolutely, man.
You're startled because it happened to this dude. 3 kids got shot in a high school a state over.
Yep.
And the week before, babies got shot in a church.
The girl got stabbed in the train.
The girl got stabbed. Like we are a relentlessly violent country.
Yes.
It's our culture. People have tattoos of the biggest guns they can find. Like that's a thing that we like. Yeah.
Yeah. So true.
There's no world in which I ever would wish bad or the demise of anyone else. I agreed with nothing that came out of Charlie Kirk's mouth. I thought he was a racist. I thought he was a provocateur. I thought he was wildly uneducated, and that he really enjoyed this idea of railing against difference for people who have felt not cool because they haven't learned about all these other people, so they might as well be afraid of them.
Yeah.
But there's no world in which he deserved to die. My heart goes out to his family, his daughters. So, but my friend said to me, he said, we shouldn't have had to have seen what took place, like what the results of the bullet. Like, because there's video out.
Yeah,
where,
I saw it. It's horrifying.
It's horrifying. And I said, you're right. We shouldn't have to see it. But also, like, a country that romanticizes, like, and makes part of its identity, weapons that are designed to rip your flesh from your tendons, from your bones, destroy your arteries, like cease to make you to exist in the rawest and most violent ways.
True.
I kind of wrestle with the fact that, like, yeah, people were thoroughly startled and shocked by seeing that in real time on our shores and seeing the actual result of what that does in a culture that we celebrate, because we've learned to become desensitized to it happening to people across other parts of the world, right? To the point where we're told.
I feel like social media has a lot to do with that too.
Yeah.
Man.
And so
So desensitized, man.
I really hope that, and I know I've gotten off in a different direction,
That's
here,
okay.
but I really hope that, like, I hope this could be the beginning of a tipping point for us to start to look at each other and listen and be willing to learn, and not descend us into some a civil war? Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
bro, no one wants that smoke. No one wants that
no one
smoke.
wants it, dude.
You can rah and talk about it all you want, but, like, are you interested in walking over, hundreds of thousands and millions of bodies and all these other? No one wants that,
man.
and that's what that was.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's a most interesting time of, like, we sit in, like, the most, like, technological progress, right?
yes,
I can press a button, I can ask your computer to tell me some shit about some shit, and it can spew it out to me.
totally.
But we as human beings seem to be driving down the freeway in reverse at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's a great way to put it. It's so true. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
And I do feel like, yeah, the online stuff, everything magnifies everything. It was interesting because, like, having a difference of opinion of people. I remember, I forgot what it was. It was like, was it Jay-Z said somebody? There was like a football coach who said some racist stuff, and then he got fired. And Jay-Z's like, "Yo, why'd you fire him? We should have had a conversation with him, because if you just fire him, he's not going to change. He's going to go back to what he's been talking about his whole life, and he's just going to go do it somewhere else. But if you had a conversation with him face to face and try to see where that hate was coming from, we can get to, like, some sort of solution or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking to people instead of just, like,
yeah, I mean,
shutting them to the side.
we have to be interested in education. People have to be interested in learning.
Yeah.
And that's the other, like, I saw a post this week. It was Ruby Bridges. I think it was her birthday. Ruby Bridges was the first young black woman who was integrated into the schools.
Okay.
During desegregation, where they had to have the National Guard, like, help this child get into the school, and you can see all the people who were, like, screaming behind this child as she's going into the school. And it was like, the post was like, celebrating her birthday, that this child's still alive, and also all the people around her, they're also still alive, and they had kids.
Yes.
And what did they teach their kids? And what are their kids teaching their kids? I think sometimes people want people to get over it so badly without stopping to look and be like, yo, this experiment is 5 minutes old. America's a toddler relative to the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's true.
These pictures of these people, of these things that you think could never happen again, those people are alive and here in this country.
Yes.
And so either we're going to be willing as a collective to, like, own and stand in both the pride of this country and also the shit that we, like, should be disinterested in happening again.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're just going to keep running in the same hamster loop. And I don't know, maybe I'm just too woke. But, like, if you think that making gays go away, trans folk go away, or that brown people that have come from other places escaping horrors, or people who don't pray to the same God as you, if you think those people are the source of your problems, I have a bridge. I have a bridge made out of quicksand that I would like to sell you.
Yes, absolutely, man. You were born and raised out here?
I was born here. I was born in Los Angeles. My father met my mother at a party on Mulholland in, like, 1968. So you can imagine what those vibes were like.
So cool.
And then he spat game to my mom. My mom was not having it. And then he found out where she worked through a mutual friend of theirs. My mother worked in a boutique on Rodeo. She had come out here from New York. She was like 19, 20, and he pulled up at her work, and she was like,
This dude, yeah.
This dude. And that's how I came to be. My dad came from South Africa and my mom from Haiti, so I'm first generation American.
Yeah, and you have a half brother that went to school in Staten Island with Method Man?
I went to school with Method Man.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do you have a Nathan? You have a half brother though? Or no?
Yeah, I have
okay.
a half brother named Nathan.
So you went in Staten Island with Method Man?
Meth and I were in the same class
What?
from
And how'd you end up there?
first grade to 7th grade. We were in the same class. Like I got pictures of him and I as kids in the Panamanian Day Parade
That's
together.
crazy,
He's Trinidad
man.
and I'm Tobago. We're like, yeah.
But how you end up in Staten Island?
My mother.
So random. Yeah, part of New
Yeah.
York.
So my mother grew up in New York before she came
Okay.
out here, and then my father, who was a musician,
Yes.
was a legendary musician
yes.
named Hugh Masekela. He
Yep.
was experiencing like a massive explosion in his career. And you got to think about the times, like, you know, folks were partying back then.
Yes.
Like whatever partying you think you're doing now, my parents, they were partying 68, 69, 70, like
yeah.
Los Angeles was popping. My mother gets pregnant and she's like, I can't live this life. I love you, but like you're doing too much. And so she's like, I'm going to go back to New York and be with my mom and have this kid. And that's how I ended up in New York. And then my dad shortly afterwards moved to New York City as well.
Yeah. And so how was it being there?
New York was amazing.
To what age were you there till?
I was there from 2 years old to 15, 16.
Oh, nice. Really? Yeah, it's cool.
The formative years. So yeah, you know, birth of hip hop, B-boy.
Hell yeah.
Arts in the schools. You know, I grew up in 2nd grade. Like they took all the kids into a room. The room was filled with instruments and said, on your mark, get set, go. Right? Everyone go and pick something.
Pick one, yeah.
And now you're in band.
Damn.
You know, in choir. And like
What did you pick?
Much to the chagrin of my father, and I think I maybe low key did it to spite him. I picked the clarinet because my stepfather used to play Benny Goodman around the house.
Nice.
And I was like, I want the clarinet. My dad was like, what? But then he has to be cool because he loves you.
Yeah.
He's like, well, we read the same music, so we played duets together.
Yeah, see, he played the trumpet, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he played the trumpet and flugelhorn.
Yeah, flugelhorn. Yeah, he was the father of South African jazz, they say, right?
Yeah, my father was a political exile
who
had to flee South Africa because of the apartheid regime. And he's escaped first to London, and then Harry Belafonte made it possible for him to come to New York.
Wow.
And got him a scholarship to the Manhattan School of Music. And so my dad shows up in New York in the late 50s, early 60s, and he's with Miles and Mingus and all these cats, and they become his peers. And at a certain point, they're like, Hugh, you know, it's cool that you play our shit, but like your shit is dope.
Wow.
Play your shit. And that's kind of what gave my dad the license to fuse the traditional music that he grew up with the bebop of the time, and sort of form this South African jazz that evolved into what we kind of now know as world beat music.
Okay, yeah. He was doing anti-apartheid songs, all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
and then he as an exile, he used his music as a messaging for all the atrocities that were going on in South Africa to help end apartheid. Mm-hmm. He wrote a song about Nelson Mandela called Bring Him Back Home that ended up being his anthem. And then he wrote songs that really painted these very vivid tapestries about the beauty and the richness of South African culture that made people curious about the place. And then they find out, wait, this thing is going on there? Yeah, he was, my dad was incredible. He made it possible for Paul Simon to make the Graceland album.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like my dad got Paul into South Africa, like on the low, to record those songs when my dad couldn't go, but he had the connects. So Paul reached out to my dad and was like, yeah, I got you.
That's incredible, man.
Got him in and out of there. And then Paul's reward, like Paul's thing on the back end was like, I want you to be the band leader and I want you to be a headliner on this tour. And so it was Paul Simon, Hugh Masekela, Miriam Makeba, Ladysmith Black Mambazo present the Graceland tour. And then
What year is that?
It's 1987.
Damn.
And then my dad takes me out of high school and says, you need to come on the road with me. So I was a roadie on that tour.
No way.
At 15 years old.
Holy shit.
Insane.
That's incredible. So like all throughout the U.S. and stuff?
U.S. and Australia.
Damn, bro. That's incredible.
It was insane. It was like Almost Famous.
Yeah. Were you like playing the clarinet? Were you into music at that point?
Yeah, at that point I had switched from clarinet to saxophone.
Nice.
Which made Dad feel a little bit better. And I loved to sing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I sang in the choir in school. And at that point I was still very much seriously playing music.
Yeah. And how were you as a student?
I was an A+ student socially.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I went to school for the people and the exchange.
Totally, yeah.
And I did really good in history and English, and social studies.
Okay.
Those were my jams. Math and science, not so much.
Yeah, me either, math and science.
Yeah.
But you probably cared about history and all that stuff too.
Yeah,
well.
like anything that revolved around discussion
Mm-hmm.
and learning and debate and like social anthropology, like humanity, like that was my shit.
Yeah.
And I got that from my father.
For sure. So did you end up graduating? He just took you out before you graduated?
No, yeah, I ended up graduating. I went to 4 high schools. It was a whole, yeah.
All in Staten Island?
No, we moved, my mother and stepfather moved to New England for 2 years.
What part?
Attleboro, Massachusetts,
Okay, yeah,
and Providence,
I know.
Rhode Island.
I live in Newport, Rhode Island. I was born in Taunton, Mass.
So I lived in a 2-year period. I lived in Cumberland,
I know that.
Norton, and Attleboro.
Damn.
Yeah, went to 2 high schools there.
Was that a crazy kind of culture shock coming from?
Super.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm taking the train on the weekends to go like hang with my dad like once a month, like be back in the city, and then you're in this like literally like, you know, work boot, lunch pail, New England town.
Yeah.
Where there were not many me's.
Yes, sure.
If you will.
Yeah.
And then my mother and stepfather decided to move to Carlsbad out of nowhere in the North County of San Diego at the end of my junior year of high school, like in April.
Oh, man. We bummed?
Bummed?
So bummed.
Like bummed.
Damn.
Like I call my dad. Like,
devastated.
I call my dad like begging him, like please, and you know, at the time my dad's going through his own shit, and I'm like, please, like let me just come live with you in New York. He's like, man, I wish I could, but I can't, man. You need to go. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, and so we, you know, sat in a U-Haul. I'll never forget driving cross country, show up to this place in the dark. I had no concept of what. There's no Google.
No, hell
right?
No.
You know?
Yeah.
It's 88. So there's no Google. And then you wake up on a hill and you walk out your front door and you pan right and like, oh, what's that shimmering off in the distance a few miles away? The ocean.
Yeah.
Palm trees are swaying. Like what? Where?
Did you go to like the beaches in Newport or anything like that, or back east?
Yeah, we used to go to the Cape.
Yeah, the Cape Cod. Yeah,
we used to go to the Cape.
Yeah.
We used to go to West Yarmouth in
And
Cape Cod. My mom was adamant that my brother and I have a few weeks in nature each year.
That's amazing.
And so they worked really, really hard, scrapped their pennies together, and we would rent this little cottage in West Yarmouth, which was like,
it sounds nice.
incredible.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful. How old were you when your parents separated?
I was a baby.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay.
I was 2.
Damn, okay.
But the thing that, you know, my father struggled with addiction.
Mm.
My father was essentially homeless, right? Like he couldn't go back to his country. He'd become world famous. First black artist to play the whiskey, you know.
Really?
Number one artist, you know, number one song in 68 for, I don't know, 12, 13 weeks with Grazing in the Grass. And the following year, the Friends of Distinction cover it in 69, and it goes back on the charts again for the entire summer.
Incredible, man.
Like he's having a run.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he is unable to really sit in the joy of it. He hasn't seen his father or mother in over a decade. He can't go home. And he felt helpless. And he also grew up with a lot of trauma under apartheid before he left that like no one should have to. That coupled with like this immense overnight fame, and so substance was a very easy choice.
Well, he was a part of your life, so it was like he stayed in your life as much.
He stayed
as
in my
could.
life, but there were like these different waves.
Yeah, for sure.
That he went through as an addict, and my mother easily could have. She could have justifiably poisoned me against him. He gave a lot of reasons.
Mm.
You know, I would be a kid when we lived on Staten Island, and, you know, I'd be expecting my father to come, and, you know, I see the boat coming from where I lived. I lived like right above the ferry, and I'd be excited. I wouldn't even wait in my apartment. I'd be like, I got to go downstairs and wait for Dad.
Yeah.
And you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and he doesn't show. Because of whatever he got into the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And you go back upstairs as a kid and your mother's heartbroken, but she doesn't show it. She cries by herself in her room.
Sure.
She never, ever poisoned me against my father.
It's amazing.
She would explain that he loved me. You know, he was going through what he was going through. She put her foot in his ass privately.
Sure.
But never in front of me. And they eventually came to like my mom's a fucking superhero when I look back at it, because they were able to she lovingly held his feet to the fire to the point where he got his shit together enough to learn how to show up, and they had a beautiful friendship until he died.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super grateful for that.
Yeah. How long did you stay in New York for after that? Because you went to Massachusetts and you went to like Rhode Island, and then Carlsbad.
And then Carlsbad became, that was it. Like,
so you were senior in high school in Carlsbad?
I was like
junior. 2 months
left in my junior high. In my junior year when we moved to California.
And how that's a total
culture shock.
Was it beautiful back then?
It was beautiful.
Yeah, palm trees, ocean.
Yeah, it was beautiful. There was no Legoland. Like, it was a small town.
Yeah.
You know? It was beautiful. And here's the crazy thing is when I was on tour the year before in Australia, I discovered surfing. I saw it for the first time in real life.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, that's breakdancing on water. These dudes are battling each other.
Mm.
Like there was a rhythm to it. There was a dance. I watched these two kids surfing on this beach. I think it was in Manly. And I was just like, I was at Bondi Beach. And I was like, I don't know when or where or how, but like one day I would totally do that. Flash forward a year later, your parents have you kicking and screaming in a U-Haul. And you just happen to wake up in the place that, like, this is what they do.
Damn. That's pretty amazing, actually, yeah.
I go to lunch with these kids that I met. You could leave campus to go to lunch, which was, I only saw that in movies and Hughes movies, but apparently this is like, this is a real thing. Mm-hmm. They go to this place called Carl's Jr. first time. We drive to the beach. I'm in the back of this kid Justin's Subaru. And they pull up into a parking spot and they're looking at the ocean. And then suddenly I see someone standing up riding a wave. And they all start speaking this foreign language. Like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm in the back, bro. I'm in the back of the hatchback. And I'm like, I've seen that before. And they immediately called me New York. Like, whatever, New York. You haven't seen this before. And I was like, I was in Australia last year on Bondi Beach on tour with Paul Simon.
That's a sick flex. That's Paul Simon. They're probably like, what the fuck?
And they're like, what the bullshit? And I proceed to tell them about how they've seen this shit. I'm like, I want to learn. And this kid Justin was like, be at my house Saturday, 8 a.m. And that day changed my life.
Wow. Did you get up on the board the first time? First
time. They gave me all the things, did all the beach stuff.
Was it longboard, shortboard?
Shortboard.
Okay.
I stood up for 3 seconds in the white water. That was all I needed.
It's the craziest feeling ever, dude.
You ever see like when they baptize people and they supposedly like catch the ghost or whatever?
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
I fell, came up out of the white water, put both hands over my arms, and screamed at the heavens.
It's crazy feeling, man.
It was, and at 16, it was, there's no world in which I ever thought it could be that, but like, here it is. And that was it. I was like, oh shit, boom, this is me.
Every day.
Every day. Borrowed a board from another kid. I went 180 days in a row. Rain or shine. I was like, I have to get this.
It's such a crazy natural how to explain if you've never done it before to people, because I did it during the pandemic. My son started surfing. Now he's an incredible surfer. We started going out to the beaches. I got out for like the first time. Just like, I can't even explain it because people talk about this as a spiritual thing. You see the documentaries about surfing. I'm like, yeah, it's not like skating, but it's different. I don't know, just like you're on earth. It's like, I can't explain. The water's just carrying you. I can't explain it, but it's such a crazy high. You just want to keep doing it and trying to keep getting up.
Yeah.
I mean, skateboarding is like that too, but a different way. But I don't know.
Yeah, and I had started skating a little bit in New England, because the only kids that were cool in my school were these 4 punk rock skateboarders. And shout out to this dude Scott. I mean, my man had the safety pins all the way down both sides. Both like the outside of the jeans and up the inside seam, thousands of safety pins, and people called them names, etc. And I was like, these dudes are cool. Yeah. Leather jackets, concert pins, the whole thing, mohawks. And one day I came to school and he's like, here, you're with us. And that was the first sort of mini glimpse into the culture.
Yeah.
And he gave me a skateboard, and I would just go and do ho-hos with them on the way home. You
remember what board it was? Your first board?
What was it? It was
because it's the 80s, right?
Yeah, it was the 80s. It was a Vision.
Ooh.
Something or another.
Vision something. That's sick.
But that board changed my life.
Yeah.
And so I think that gave me a little. I had the sideways thing, which helped, but I didn't prepare me for what standing up on a wave was.
Yeah, it's
You're
totally,
just like, wait, what?
And then that was different.
That was it. Like that suddenly this thing that I was kicking and screaming about a week ago, crying on the side of the road on a payphone, like crying on the phone to my then girlfriend. When you just called her and you didn't say anything, you just cried to each other.
You were leaving her behind, man.
Yeah, I was leaving her behind. Fuck. And all the other things that you think are the totality of your world at 16.
Did you keep in touch or write letters or anything?
We got back together 13, 14 years later.
Okay, we'll get to that later. That's fucking nuts.
Which, yeah, insane.
What? So now you're in this town, Carlsbad, going to school, meet these kids, start surfing. It's just every single day. And what is your mom thinking about it?
Mom loves it. Stepdad is not very sure, because the other wrinkle is that my stepfather and mother at the time were devout Jehovah's Witnesses.
Gotcha.
And so I was raised in this duality with this completely almost hedonistic like artist's mentality with my father.
Yes.
And then this very, very hyper Christian end of the world, doomsday, get up every Saturday, go knock on people's doors as a Jehovah's Witness, going to church 5 days a week.
Wow.
And so
you were knocking on doors too?
Yeah. Damn. Bro, I had the suit and tie on.
Had you out there in the streets, man?
I was out there in the streets, out in the streets, and then a bus would go by with the football team, and they'd be like, ah, and you'd like, oh God, Monday is going to be insane.
Were you into it because you got raised into it, or you were totally against it?
I was into it because I got raised into it.
Yeah.
You also, you're hyper insulated into thinking that your friend group and your churches, y'all are going to be the ones that live. You're getting the earth.
Yeah, it's about, yeah.
You're going to survive. Everyone else, they're cool, but when the shit comes, they're not going to be a part of your thing. So you got to keep them a little bit. That's how you're raised.
And the world comes, yeah.
And you're taught that you have something that no one else does. So you romanticize it a bit as a kid, and then you start running up against certain things that are wait, that doesn't make sense.
Were you scared about doomsday, or you knew you were safe because you might get going to heaven?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely.
Could happen anytime.
Anytime. I was taught to we're not going, you don't need to go to college. You don't need to worry about getting a job or anything like that, because this shit is coming in like 5 minutes.
Damn, that's scary for a kid to have on.
It's terrifying. It's super, super terrifying.
But your pops wasn't like that.
No.
He was out there.
He was, when I was
I don't want
with
to say
him.
the devil, but he was out there playing music.
No,
drinking.
he wasn't healing the devil, but he was like, we're not doing that. And when
That's
you're
what
with
I'm
me, like, I'm going to show you everything.
Show the world. Yeah.
And so it was, but you're sort of, as a kid,
Yeah.
I learned how to shapeshift in a way that served me and also probably was ruinous, because I became so good at being able to please
people pleaser,
whoever needed in the room at the time. I didn't start to find remotely or even like start to make peace with who I might be until my late 20s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going from back and forth, these two different lives. Your mom, your pops, like damn, dude.
Yeah, it was it was pretty wild. And surfing was the one constant.
Yeah.
Like that was like when I got in the water, that was the place that I just got to be me.
Yeah.
And so I just bathed in it as hard as I could, and then skateboarding to a degree.
Do you find snowboarding out in Cali too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 months after we moved to Cali.
6 months.
Yeah. They were like, you can go snowboarding at Snow Summit. And my English teacher, I had this rogue English teacher. She was amazing, Mrs. Frank. I'm not allowed to take you guys on a trip, but I will meet you in the parking lot in Big Bear on this day during winter break. And I rented a board from what was then Hobie Oceanside with a few of my friends. We all went together, bro. I didn't have ski clothes, so I wore a wetsuit. Full suit.
That's crazy.
Body glove, full suit, a Lang jacket that I borrowed from my neighbor, and Sorel boots.
Whoa. Were they tripping on you wearing the
Tripping. But again, not fully developed brain is like, it'll keeps us warm in the water, it'll keep us warm on the mountain.
Yeah.
Not realizing that you're slowly being dehydrated to death.
Damn,
until
man.
your buddy John DeWoody passes out in the parking lot.
He was rocking one too?
Yeah. We all had wetsuits on.
What? Holy shit.
Yeah, man. It was
And that was instant love too, snowboarding?
instant love. And I was like, oh shit, I got the trifecta.
Yeah, man.
And I also I didn't grow up in any of because I was late to the party, I also didn't know any better that like you were supposed to pick one. So at the time, like either you surfed or snowboarded, but it wasn't cool to necessarily do both.
That's crazy.
Let alone all three. There were a handful of people that like did it, and I was like, "What do you mean? Like they're all an extension of each other."
Absolutely.
You
were still skating
a few years later, that would become the case, right? As the fusion of all the boxes become one, Warped Tour culture, etc.
Oh yeah, dude.
But that kind of fueled my being like, okay, I'm not going to college. I don't want a real job. I just have to I got to feed. I got to get better. I got to feed. I got to get deeper into the culture.
Were you working at that point out there in Cali at all?
Construction, restaurants. Construction, restaurants, bank teller, whatever I could get. I was a janitor. I cleaned offices at night.
Damn.
Like whatever. And that was really cool. The offices, like the office cleaning was perfect because you'd go to work at 2, clean to 6, and then be the first person in the water, surf 2-3 hours, go home, go to sleep.
That's great. Yeah.
Catch a little afternoon with the homies, whatever in the evening, and then go to work. I did car dealerships and medical offices. Wow.
And how old are you when you move out?
19. I get kicked out of the church the first time at 19, and I had to move out because my stepfather was.
Were you and him tight? Were you cool?
It was. I don't think we were cool. It was a bit of a militant relationship, very hands-on, if you will.
Damn.
Until I remember the day that I grabbed the belt at 17, and I was like, nah, we're not doing this anymore.
Wow.
Oh, that's a whole nother story. biblical corporal punishment.
But so super strict.
Yeah, super strict. And you can get the shit beat out of you for like, you're just like, wait, what? But
so 19, you got kicked out of church for what?
I fucked around with some girl. I didn't even have sex. But like, that's the thing about when you're raised in the church, you are taught your conscience is hijacked from you. So your conscience basically belongs to the congregation. Mm-hmm. So if you've sinned majorly, you've been taught that you're endangering the congregation, the spiritual health of the congregation, because you touch titties.
Yeah.
Unmarried. Yeah. And so you're walking around with guilt, and then finally, like one day,
she was from the church too.
No. I mean, that.
So it was like outside of the church type thing.
Yeah.
What?
What happened on another tour that I went on with my dad? I was 19 in South Africa, and I just went ham. I didn't get laid, but like I was like, wait, what? Then you come home back to your world. You're like, oh my God, I'm the worst person ever. And so I went and confessed.
Really?
And they have two options. The elders have two options. One, to disfellowship you, or two, they could reprove you. And if they reprove you, they announce in church, hey, Selema did some, they don't say what you did, but there was a matter that
was touching titties.
He's repentant, and let's all welcome him. He's going to be okay. Which is crazy, like a low-key power shaming.
Yeah.
But at least like he's not out.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it worked was so crazy that I went to them, I told them some shit, and then I left out that I smoked a joint one time because I was like, I know I'm good. Let's not get kicked out. But now I'm starting to do good, and I'm feeling bad, and there's this girl that I'm interested in church, and I'm like, I should just go back. Let me just clean it up. So I'm all excited to be like, you know what, guys? I left out the part about smoking joint on this pier in Durban or whatever, and they're like, okay, well, we appreciate you coming back and being honest, and we'll meet about it and pray about it, and we'll get back to you. And so you're feeling good, your conscience, quote unquote, is clear.
Yeah.
And then they call you into the back room like a week later, and I sit down, and they're like, we've discussed it, we prayed about it, and they read a few scriptures, and you're ready to be, your friends are waiting for you in the parking lot to go and get ice cream afterwards. Be like, I just got to handle this thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, so yeah. You were dishonest with us, clearly not repentant that you left this out. And so as of next week, you will be disfellowshipped.
Whoa, man.
And disfellowshipping was the heaviest thing.
The worst, okay.
It's
like being expelled?
You're expelled.
Yeah.
No one can talk to you. And you're in a religion where like you're the only people you talk to.
Yeah.
No one can talk to you. You can come to church, but no one can talk to you, and you basically need to like just come for a while to show your repentance and be silent, and then at a certain point you can apply and they'll say you can come back in. My stepfather was an elder in the church. I still was living at home, and so in order for him to be an elder, he couldn't have a disfellowship child in his home.
Oh man, it's crazy.
And so instead of choosing to be like, okay, well, let me help my son, he coerced me into leaving. Which was like looking back on it was insane. And I moved into a studio apartment. My mother was heartbroken.
Wow,
they had a big fight about it. My little brother, I'll never forget. He was crushed. He was like 12.
I'm sure, man.
And it's funny. He ended up rebelling a few years later, being like, "Y'all ain't doing that to me." But I suddenly found myself sitting in this apartment by myself. I'm 19. I don't have a college education. I'm working odd jobs. My entire social structure and identity has just been ripped from me.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to claw my way back into this thing to prove to God that I want into this next chapter of forever.
Mm-hmm. Were you surfer friends in the church too?
I had surfer friends I would paddle out and surf and see them, but they couldn't talk to me.
Oh man.
And it was insane. Like, I sat in my kitchen with the blade to my wrist. I don't know how many times that first few months.
Dude.
Like,
that's so heavy, man.
Yeah.
You're 19 years old by yourself in there. Like,
it was insane.
Were you in touch with your mom, talking to her during that time?
Yeah, my mom, I would talk to more. She would, check in. She'd come by and, give me a little handshake or some cash or whatever. But like, my stepfather couldn't know about it. And it was. So
like, I'm not going back. I'm out, basically.
No. It's interesting. It's all you've known. You don't know how to exist in the real world. You've had glimpses.
That's true.
Like, my existence in what the world was limited for the most part to the times I would spend with my dad. But those were very finite. And then you're back into your system.
Sure. Yeah.
And so out of fear, I did everything I could to get back. And like, I think a year and a half later, they let me know that I could come back in, and then they make an announcement that like we've reinstated Brother Selema back into the congregation, and all the people who haven't talked to you for a year come and hug you, and they're crying around you, and welcome back, brother, welcome back.
What are you doing for that year? Just working? Surfing, yeah.
I got so good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Every day, crack of dawn, first person in the water. And I also became an asshole.
In what sense?
I was so angry.
Sure.
And I didn't know how to direct it or who to direct it at, that if you got in my way, and I'd also gone through enough shit in the water and in my town from people who thought that my blackness existing in the water was weird. And I went through enough micro and macro aggressions of what that looked like, from people making jokes to flat out calling you the N-word, that during that time, people got to see the ancestors within me.
I love that.
Like, I was, a part of me came out that I didn't even know existed. I would go unconscious on someone if they like dropped in on me like repetitively.
So you had a reputation out there in the water too?
I gained a reputation from being like the quiet kid to like, don't fuck with Selema.
Yeah.
And then I got really, really good. Like, I started exploring and just driving places and surfing by myself and I started surfing bigger waves than I ever had. Like, I wanted to see what it looked like to knock on the door.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, fuck it.
You know what I mean? Fuck it. Like, if I die at this shit, I die at this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the greatest acceleration of how much better I got at surfing during that time was insane. And I think I probably would have done something bad or gotten a DUI or something bad would have happened if I wouldn't have had surfing during that time.
Yeah, we not partying, nothing like that, right?
No, I would go to Mexico with my friends.
Yeah,
I was terrified of drugs because of my father. It was like my dad on this side and God on the other.
Yeah.
And so booze, I would go out and, and drink, but like, we'd go to TJ sometimes on a Friday. That was like my great escape, jump in someone's car and I'll go down south or whatever. But I was, it was a crazy, you're caught in this middle of two worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just trying to figure out how to survive and exist, while also like you're coming of age at the same time.
For sure. And what do you want to do at that point? Do you want to be a professional surfer? You want to?
I knew that I didn't have it to become a professional surfer because I'd started too late. But I wanted to be in the industry. Like, I wanted to figure out how to get in. So like, at a certain point, I went to work at a shop part-time that I ironically got let go of because the owners literally told the managers to let me go because my being black didn't fit the image of the surf shop, but they couldn't tell me that until a year later after they fired me.
Bro,
like,
that's fucking
weird shit like that.
Dude.
And I'm not making that up. That was
I believe you,
that was
man.
a thing that actually
bullshit.
happened. But but I wanted to figure out how to be in it, but I didn't know how. And the funny thing is,
was there any other black surfers out there besides you then?
There was a kid who was like a quarter in my school, but he had the good hair, and so he Ulysses, I love you. But he had the good hair, and so they didn't see him that way, but I knew, and he knew, and he was stoked on me, but like it was, yeah, like
damn, man.
And then, but there was like there was another guy that I ran into at Lowers one day. I saw him in the water. It was like, yo, you paddle up to each other, and
yeah,
you know, how'd you start? Where do you live? Okay, cool. We gotta surf together again. And white people like don't do that when they see each other.
Fucking love it, dude.
You know,
so
like,
psyched.
yo, we out here.
Yeah.
But
real quick, my friend Chappelle went to Oasis 2 weeks ago in England, and he met some random black guy at Oasis, and he posted a picture. When they saw each other, then they ended up watching the show together at Oasis.
For sure.
And he posted about it.
Absolutely,
Fuck,
that would
man.
be the case. But yeah,
so you became friends with that kid?
Yeah. Became friends with that kid. I'm still friends with him to this day. Kevin, we surf together to this day, fucking 30 years later.
So you work in the surf shop, you get fired.
I finally, I went to New York to see my dad. And my mother, I think, had a talk with my dad in which she was like, he's working all these different jobs, he don't know what to do. And my dad was like, okay, I'll talk to him. And he said to me, hey man, so like, what are you doing? Like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just doing my thing. He said, you love this surfing thing, yeah? You love it. I said, yeah, I love it. He said, well, nobody likes a broke surfer, man.
Damn.
Broke surfers are not cool. Like, they might be cool in the movies, and those white boys can get away with it, But, like, you can't do that. So, you need to figure out how to get close to it, man. And, like, get in the groove. Like, I know there's jobs or some things, but, like, you need to, like, attack how to be a part of it. Because if not, man, you're not going to be cool. And you're cool. So, like,
broke surfers.
That shit hit me in my mitochondrial cortex.
Sure.
Like, ooh, here's the
real shit, man. Yeah.
Here's the coolest person you know that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Telling you ain't passing the fucking Pantone test.
Damn.
And I got an opportunity. I got a job. I got an opportunity when I was bussing tables at this restaurant in Encinitas called the Potato Shack, where all these dudes came in and they were wearing trade show badges for the old ASR trade show in San Diego. And they all worked at Transworld.
Nice.
And I remember seeing their badges and them at the table. They're on their way to the trade show that Saturday morning. The table wasn't in my section. And so I rock up to this. There was this dude I worked with, Eric Whipple, Canadian volleyball player, now highway patrolman. I said, Whipple, I need that table.
Shout out to Whipple.
Shout out to Eric Whipple. I need that table. He said, no, man. That looks like a good table. I was like, dude, I need that table. And he looks me dead in the eye. He goes, $5. I go, $5? He said, $5 and you can have the table. Best $5 I ever spent in my life.
Hell yeah, man.
Gave him the $5, took over that table, started making small talk with him, free coffee, refills, orange juice. One of the dudes starts coming in on a regular basis, and he's like, hey man, like, what are you doing with your life? I'm like, oh, well, you're looking at it. Like, I work at the Belly Up. I was bouncing at the Belly Up in Cardiff.
Okay.
And bar back in part-time and, working odd jobs. And happy. Like, I had enough room to do my thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's like, you're talented. Like, you got away with people like I've never seen before, and you shred. He goes, you should be in our industry. I was like, what? Gives me his card. He was a junior ad sales rep. His name was Chad Denena. And he says, come, give me a call. I'm going to get you a job. I was so scared that I didn't call him for like 4 or 5 days.
Really?
And finally my roommates are like, what are you doing? Call the guy, dude. It's Transworld.
That's sick. Transworld, man.
I call him and he's like, bro, you blew it. You're late. Like, I told you to call me 5 days ago. We hired somebody. Sorry. Straight up.
Wow.
3 days later, he calls me back. Mind you, I had an opportunity to like junior ad sales rep. This is 1993. Like, the industry is about to fucking rocket ship.
For sure.
Calls me back. He's like, the girl who answers the phones at the front desk just decided she wants to go back to school. So you can start there.
Answering phones.
Went from here to answering phones, and I was like, I'll take it. Changed my life.
Really?
I am sitting in this chair with you right now because I took a job answering the phones and stuffing envelopes at Transworld Skateboarding Magazine.
That's incredible. What year was that?
93, 94.
Yeah, it was 93, 94, yeah. Damn, so you obviously go up the ranks there pretty fast?
Yeah. They quickly were like, oh, this dude, he gets it.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Chad gave me was like, go and help. If it's slow, go around to the photo department, art department, whatever it is, just let people know that you're down to do whatever they need done.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so that's what I did. I hustled. I got a job in product sales, distributing the magazine and merch. And then from there, I started working on the video magazine when they decided they wanted to compete with 411 Video Magazine and did Transworld Video Magazine.
Yeah.
Started doing production there. And then left there to go work for Chris Miller at Planet Earth Skateboards.
Chris Miller, the pro? Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Legend.
I got a job at Planet Earth doing sales, skate sales on the East Coast, on the phones, and just started to find my way in the industry, man. Like, and everything that I learned at Transworld made me hella valuable when I got to any other company.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when I was doing product sales, I'm on the phone with every shop in the country. I'm learning what's going on regionally. I'm talking to them about the shit that's popping out here. You're building relationships.
For sure.
And that's the thing about like knocking on doors every Saturday morning. You could talk to anybody.
For sure, man.
You know what I mean?
You're talking to adults as a kid every day.
Yeah, as a kid, you're talking to adults every day.
Yeah.
And as, fucked up as whatever the circumstances were, the skill set that gave me in being able to talk and storytell, like I learned how to give 5-minute biblical presentations to the whole church.
Yeah.
So I could sell you whatever I need to sell you.
Sure, man.
And I got graded on it.
Yeah.
Between that and having like a brilliant stage father, who was the maximum storyteller, those things fused in me with my own passion. And I finally started to find, all right, this is, I know what my shit
Were you
is.
loving it there?
I loved it. Yeah. I loved the industry. It was hard to find like my way. Like I wasn't a photographer. I wasn't a graphic artist. I didn't have my skill set was like the gift of gab, which could only get you so far in certain places.
For sure.
Like I was a decent producer, but I wasn't like neurotic, So at a certain point, it's like, all right, we need somebody who's gonna fucking be able to like manage budgets and not just be cool with all the filmers.
Yeah. Were you traveling for them too?
I traveled a little bit at Transworld. I traveled a little bit at Earth.
That's right, Earth. Yeah.
But I learned so much shit, and then, at a certain point, after a few different jobs, I met Alyasha when he came. Alyasha Workamore, when he left, he came to San Diego to work at DC.
Yes.
From New York after everything that he did at Shut and Fat Farm. He's at DC doing drawers with Ken and Damon. And we, you're meeting another, it was the same kind of thing, like, oh, cool ass black dude from New York.
Yeah.
We have mutual friends from our childhood we discover, and we're like in Carlsbad and San Diego in the whitest place, like we're homies.
Yeah, instantly, yeah.
And from that friendship, we started talking about what a brand would look like that would be driven from people who look like us. And one day, Ali comes to me at a trade show at SIA in Vegas at the snow show, and he's like, yo, that thing we've been talking about? I was like, yeah. He's like, we're doing it. I got the funding. You got to quit Earth. I was like, bro, what do you mean? Like, I can't quit. He's like, do you want your own thing? Like, yeah. you're also trying to wrestle with like, can we have our own thing?
Yeah.
We can do this.
How long were you at Earth for at that point?
I was at Earth 2 different stints, like total of like 3.5 years.
Okay.
And so I left and we started Alphanumeric.
Damn, man. You and him?
Ali, myself, Omar Kayambao, who does Commonwealth now, Mirko Mangum, who was a legendary pro skater who I worked with at Earth, and this dude named Xavier Sankiche. It was like us.
So you quit your job and just went for it with them?
Yeah, went for it. Best decision I ever made.
Wow. How long did it take for that to get off the ground?
A year.
Mm.
But man, we were so... I look at like what people do in startups now, and I'm like, we literally spent 24 hours a day together.
Yeah. Grinding on it, yeah.
We go to Ollie's loft in downtown San Diego. We build. We go get some dinner, come back, build. We go to the club, pop off, come home, sleep there, wake up, and get back to it.
Yeah, it's really on it. That's amazing. Yeah.
And we just became a unit. So by the first time we dropped an ad in Transworld, we knew what the first 8 months of our entire marketing rollout, everything looked like, and how we were gonna like turn the industry on its ear, and it worked beyond.
Really?
Yeah.
It blew up pretty fast?
It blew up huge.
Wow, dude.
It blew up beyond. We were doing streetwear, snowboarding outerwear. We were the first brand to be like, you don't have to be punk rock, you don't have to be hip hop. We can be all these things.
I love that, man.
In one space.
Yeah.
We wanted to be Volcom meets North Face.
I like that.
And so it was everything from like New York hardcore to hip hop to tuner culture to skateboarding to like, we wanted the kids to know that there was no box and you could be into all these things, and this was the place.
It's fuck.
And Ollie was brilliant in the vision. I had the relationships. We just had an all-star team.
So it was just getting out to stores and shit. Like, how are you getting out to people at that point?
We hired reps.
Yeah.
We were in stores. We were global. We had this garment brand that backed us called International News, and so they put up the seed money, and I think we took the industry over.
Wow, man.
Like within 2 years, everyone was making shit that looked like ours the year before. I think we did like, we were doing 15 million annually.
What?
In like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seasons.
Holy shit. So we changed everything, man.
We changed the game. We weren't built to be a streetwear brand.
Yeah.
But streetwear exists because of Alphanumeric. Bobby Hundreds in his book.
Yeah, for sure. Was
Ollie.
Paul Middleman in the mix too?
What's that?
Paul Middleman?
Yeah, Middleman. I knew Middleman from Stussy.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
legend.
I think it was a really, really special time. And at the same time, action sports was starting to was like the idea of like this thing of action sports culture.
Yes.
Suddenly being attractive to the mainstream, because Madison Avenue was like, oh, there's all these kids out there with money and they do all this different shit. Like, all right, let's get them.
Yeah.
Right.
So true. ESPN
launches Extreme Games. MTV is doing the sports and music festivals, etc. That's how I got on television. Because, when you're doing events in those days, everyone's taking turns putting the thing together. This is before you're getting like non-endemic sponsors and shit to do shit. And you're doing everything infrastructure wise, etc. Then the event starts and people are like, yo, who's going to be on the mic? All right, we'll take turns. And so people just taking turns on the mic.
Yeah.
And I got a reputation for like talking that shit and being able to entertain the crowd.
Yeah.
So that when people started putting on TV, these networks would go to the industry and be like, do you have anybody? And they're like, we have a guy who can't shut up.
That's amazing.
And that's how I got my first
really reached out to you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I got my first gig. Like,
damn.
MTV Sports and Music Festival. And then some other small, lifestyle shows that for me, there was like free marketing. I'm wearing our shit on these shows.
Yeah, for sure.
And
were you nervous doing that for the first time or not?
Nah.
Yeah.
It was just like
natural.
It was natural for all the reasons and all the things that I'd done up until that point.
Yeah.
And then the big one was ESPN.
Yeah, the X Games, right? Yeah.
They came along for X Games.
It was like 97?
99.
99, okay.
99, 2000, that year. Sideline reporter for snowboarding. And up until that point, they had been using voices. They just like mainstream sports dudes who didn't be like
the culture. Yeah,
it'd be like, I don't know anything about punk rock music.
You hosted it,
and I'm like at you, like,
yeah,
I'm trying to like talk to the crowd about what's going on, and people are just like, oh my god, make this person shut up.
Yeah, for sure. That's weird.
And so they had that recognition. They knew they had to get some voices, and someone recommended me. My first interview, I told them no.
Really?
Because remember, when X Games first came on, like the shit was cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're in this cultural wrestling match because the thing that only we cared about.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you're like,
am I selling out by doing this? Am I exposing the culture? Am I representing correctly? All that shit. Yeah, dude.
So
I get that totally.
And so I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. I came home. This guy had come up to me at an event in Colorado, the Vans Triple Crown, told me he was from ESPN, and I told him all the things that sucked about X Games for like 4 hours.
Damn.
And I came home proud. I went to Alpha America, and I was like, yeah, this guy, what'd you say? I was like, no. And they're like, what? Ollie was like, bro, what are you doing? You
could be the voice and represent us.
You could be the voice that represents us.
Yeah, man.
I was
the
like,
culture
what?
and all that. Yeah.
I had no clue. I was like,
the right way.
The right way.
Yeah.
No, you got to do that for us. Fortunately, they called me back. And I said yes. And 2 weeks later, I'm standing on the side of a mountain.
It's crazy, dude.
Live on ESPN.
Live.
And for the first time for them, the riders were coming up and they're excited to talk to this dude that they know.
Yep.
Who's asking them the right questions.
I love that, man.
And like sitting in the joy of the thing. I didn't know anything about being a broadcaster. But I knew the passion that I had for this thing. And then after that first X Games, ESPN was like, do you know anything about skateboarding? I was like, yeah. I'm like, can you be in Virginia Beach in 2 weeks?
Wow,
I was
man.
like, sure. And that started my 13-year paid broadcasting, hosting, interviewing,
traveling everywhere,
like literally I got a PhD on the job training at the Worldwide Leader of Sports.
Wow, man.
3 years later, I'm standing on the sidelines doing the NBA as a sideline reporter.
Oh, that's right.
For the Western Conference. Like crazy ass shit.
How's that changed with the company you work with?
Well, at a certain point, push came to shove when I couldn't do both.
Okay.
And we were having some problems with our parent company, and Ollie gave me the blessing to go. And so I was spending more time on television than I was at Alpha.
It's crazy.
And then at a certain point, the problems that we were having with our parent company, we all decided to resign at the same time.
Gotcha.
And we left Alpha America all at once at the same time in like 2002, 2003. And now it's like, all right, well, I guess I got to go all in on this thing.
Yeah.
And
does it change your life that people recognize you and stuff like that?
Dude, overnight. Wow. Overnight. After I did my first MTV Sports and Music Festival, I'm walking down the street like, yo, you're the dude from MTV. I'm like, what?
Wow, man.
Because think about it. There's no social media.
No, man. It's not.
Those events, those things, like you gathered around, you went to your friends' houses to watch the things.
Yeah.
And the X Games was a cultural event that like, yo, what are you doing? Watching X Games. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, overnight, next thing you know, you've got an opportunity at a career.
You moved to LA then, or anything?
I moved to LA in 2004. Yeah.
Because of this and all that. Yeah.
I met a woman at a wedding. I met a woman at a wedding in Kauai, and it was like a first destination wedding I'd ever gone to. It was for this pro snowboarder, and she lived in LA. And by the end of the week, she was like, I know who you are, and I've seen you, and she's like, I'm just watching you, and she's like, you have it. You need to move to LA. I was like, I'm not moving to LA. I'm bro, at this point, I went from like all those odd jobs, etc., right?
Yeah.
Build a brand to suddenly like having a television career in North County where you are, talk about king shit.
Damn.
I did not pay for anything anywhere.
So everywhere you went, people say, yeah.
You know, you're the local boy done good.
Wow, man.
You don't pay for nothing. Like you're enjoying.
That's crazy, man.
You know what I mean? It was it was real. And the fact that I was the last kid to the party, and now I'm inadvertently end up becoming a voice of the culture to the world. Like I got here 5 minutes ago.
That's crazy, man.
You know, it was insane.
Were your parents stoked?
They were stoked. My mother was stoked. My father was blown away. My dad was really, really. At first, he was like, "What's happening?" And then someone came up to him at a show and said, "You're Sal's dad, right?"
Yeah, not the other way around. I love that.
And he called me being like, "Man," he's like, "I was in da da da," and like these babes came up to me, man, and I was so excited because they were.
I love his voice.
And that was his voice. And these babes, man, they're really, really cute, and they come up to me and they say, "Excuse me, Mr. Hugh, are you the father of Sal?" And he said, "Man, I just wanted to cry."
So proud though too.
But like that was his pride.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to cry because they were so bad. And I said, "Yeah, that's my son."
Dude. You sure want a jobless surfer no more though. Dude, that's fucking amazing.
No.
So that's a game changer. So finance, everything changed.
Everything changed. But this woman, she called me out. She was like, "Yeah, you could do this action sports thing. It's cute and everything, but like, you have the talent. You can be in entertainment. You've got the stuff.
Beyond this thing.
Yeah. But you need to leave your safety net of San Diego and move to LA." And she's like, "I'm gonna get you signed." And I was like, "What? What's that even mean?"
Something. Yeah.
And next thing you know, she's like, gets me a meeting at CAA.
Wow.
Drive up from Encinitas. I get signed to CAA, and they're like, "Get your ass to LA."
Holy shit! How old are you then?
I'm 29. Yeah, 29.
So now you're in Los Angeles. You got friends out here. You're.
I didn't know anybody.
Really?
I had my cousin.
Fuck.
My cousins. You've met Sonny Levine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Stuart Levine and my father, they went to the Manhattan School of Music together.
Okay.
And they moved to LA. Stuart produced all my dad's records. And so when I was deciding to move to LA, Sonny was still living at home with Stu. And I was like, "Yo, let's get a place. I'll get you out into the world." Because he's about 6-7 years younger than me. And so we moved together, I got us a house in Santa Monica, built a studio there.
That's amazing,
and
man.
That's how I got to LA, living with my family. Like we're not blood, but
I love that, man.
But we're blood.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And then once you were CA, you start getting gigs and stuff.
Started getting gigs. Started getting and CAA at the time was like, to be signed at CAA, people were just like, "Yo,
it's a huge deal, man." Yeah.
You're not with some random
man.
out of their car. Like
it's
still a big deal. Yeah, still a big deal.
Damn.
And that led to I ended up getting that show at E! Entertainment.
The Daily 10.
Daily 10, which was insane.
It's huge entertainment, man. Fuck.
Prime time with Ryan Seacrest as your lead-in, 5 nights a week, global. Olympics.
That's Olympic. Yeah.
Vice World of Sports. I've gotten to do.
Covered the World Cup in South Africa too.
Yeah.
You did the Vice World of Sports. I was Emmy nominated. Dude, you did the X Games. Well, you also started the skateboard project too.
Yeah.
Different communities and stuff.
Yeah,
did
that.
Parks. Yeah.
Did Stoked, my mentoring organization.
Yep.
I've been able to engage in a lot of give back.
Yeah.
That was one of the things.
And the Lunchbox Fund too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So been able to do a lot of give back, and then now I'm still a part of X Games.
Still, right? Yeah.
I left for 10 years.
You did,
because I was at Red Bull.
Oh, that's right. You left ESPN for 13 years. Yeah.
Red Bull,
went to Red Bull, right?
I went to Red Bull, which has been awesome, and I still do some things with them, some stuff with X Games. I sit on the board of directors at Burton Snowboards.
Oh, you do? That's sick. Wow. OG brand.
Insane.
Wow.
They called me and they were like, "Hey, in the wake of Jake Burton's passing, I took his seat.
So how long you been there for?
I've been on the board for 5 years.
I think you dropped your own music too. You went on tour. I remember that, right?
Yeah, you came to one of my shows.
I did, man.
I'll never forget that. I remember
I did come to your show. That's right.
You came to one of my shows, one of my Alakazam shows on Fairfax, and I just remember looking at me and is that Toby Morse? What are you doing here?
I came to your show, man.
I was so hyped, and I remember you being like front row and super amped, and yeah, music always lived in me. It was like a thing that I obviously for all the different reasons. But then, when you're a teenager, etc., and you're in the shadow of someone giant, you just don't think you're allowed to. But then I had enough success. I wouldn't even say success. I had enough stability with myself where I no longer was going to care what anyone else thought. Mm-hmm. And I had to get the music out of me.
Totally.
Like it was killing me.
Mm-hmm.
And when the Daily 10 got canceled, that's when I was like, okay. Sonny actually called me because he was like, he called me one day out of nowhere. He's like, and at that point I had like E Entertainment still owed me like a year and a half on my contract.
Oh shit.
So you're getting paid, but you don't need to work. So we're traveling. We're going to, I'd love one. Yeah. Sparkle Me Down. Sparkle Me Down. A little liquid sparkle me down. Thank you, Liquid Death. He calls me one day, and I was doing surf trips and just living my best life. And he called me. He said, "Are you still on your Eat, Pray, Love?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, I'm at the height of my skills as a producer. Like, you got the time. Let's make your record already."
That's sick.
And so I went to music camp for like 3 months with all these musicians that I had loved and respected.
Where's that at? What's music camp?
Like I call it music camp because I took 3 months and just went in the studio and went to work every day.
Got you.
To make an album.
Yeah.
And when we lived together in LA, like we had our little studio, and I got to know all these musicians. And I would sing back up on people's projects. Every once in a while, Sonny would call me in and be like, "Yo, get on and sing these vocals." And people would be like, "Yo, when are you going to make a record?" I'd be like, I'm an announcer. But it felt so good to finally like do me, like to be Selema. And I sent that first, it's funny, when we finished that first album, The Sound of Alakazam, I sent it to, I'm like, who's the most critical person I know who will tell me that this is shit if it's shit?
I know it is. Go ahead.
And it was Scott Venner.
Oh, sure. Okay. I thought it should be your Pops, but go ahead.
No. The funny story with Pops. It was Scott Venner. And I said, "Yo, I did this thing." He's like, "All right, send it to me." And I sent it to Venner. And about a week later, I get an email back from him. A text. He goes, "Unfortunately, this is really good."
That's awesome.
And he literally said, "Unfortunately, it's really good. And I need your paperwork because I'm putting this song in one of the final episodes of Entourage."
Oh, wow.
I'm like, "What?"
That's insane. That's amazing, bro.
I was like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah. He's like, "Where's your..." I'm like, "I don't know what any of that means, but I'll be back."
Yeah, exactly.
So now you're scrambling to get your shit together.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like final season of Entourage, big scene. Like I think it was episode 7. There's my song. It's not you, it's here.
That's
and
man.
It was such a full fucking circle moment within the journey, you know?
Yeah.
And also getting to be the entirety of yourself, like we talked about before, from an identity standpoint.
Absolutely.
Like at 39, 40 years old, I finally stepped into the entirety of me, and made that first album, and then made a second one of a few years later.
So got some TV and some other stuff too, right?
Yeah. Bunch of shows. The second album, I got
You went to South Africa too, right?
Yeah.
Went
to South Africa. Got to make a song with my father before he died.
Wow.
That's
beautiful.
Funny
man.
story with the first album. I didn't tell my dad I was making it.
Okay.
Because obviously I'm terrified. Like I'm not. So I'm assuming he doesn't know, but Stuart, Sonny's dad, told my dad what was going on. And Stu was coming in and playing sax parts. And I mean, dude, I had incredible musicians on that first album. On both albums, but on the first album was insane. And my dad calls me and goes, so, I hear that you're doing a thing, man. What's it about? And I just remember the fear in my body. I'm like, yeah, Sonny and I have been working on this album. Okay, well, I'm going to be there. He was in South Africa at the time. He's like, I'm going to be there next week, man. I need to listen to it. And I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
Okay, Dad. So he flies in. My father loved to eat. I took him to Jelena. And this is when Jelena was beginning to pop off in Venice. And I was like, oh, I'm going to kill him. Like, one of the things that we really took pride in is taking each other to restaurants that would like
you loved,
kill the other one.
Like,
you killed me, man. Can't believe it. Like you winning now. And then I'd be with him someplace. Like, I'm gonna murder you at this place. So, we go to Jelena. We have the best time. We walk outside the restaurant. I'll never forget this, bro. This is like a drug deal. So we're standing there making small talk, and he looks at me and goes, all right, man, son, do you got the thing? Where is it? And I literally reach in my jacket pocket and pull out a demo CD, and I hand it to him in plastic, in the clear. Remember in the clear plastic, and he just goes, "Okay, I'll be in touch with you in a couple of days," and just turns around and walks off.
No, what? This is like he gave me some weird ass,
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I didn't hear from him that day or the next day, and then 2 days later, I missed a call from him. I saw there was a voicemail. I'm like, let me get ready. And I okay, here we go. I press play. Hey, man. I've been listening to your album for 2 days. If I could sing like you sing, I wouldn't play my horn anymore.
Damn, man.
I'm so fucking proud of you.
Ah, bro. That's incredible, man. That's just like, not that you need to be validated by your father, but like all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
you don't know that you don't know that you need to be, that you you don't know what that validation would feel like. You're not searching for it, but then it hits you and it just cracks your heart.
So that's because you probably wanted to do this for so long, but you didn't.
So long.
Yeah, man.
And I thought I was doing him a service by not trying to pursue music.
For sure.
Because like, this is your space.
Yeah. But the whole time you would have totally like been so proud and accepted it and gave you advice and guided you if you needed
all those things.
Yeah, all that, right?
And then the next thing he said was, I have one critique. I'm not on it. So, if you make another fucking record, you better call me. Damn. Because I should be on this record, man. That's the only thing I'm angry about. But I love you. I'm so proud of you. Call me back.
Wow, man. Dude, that's awesome.
So the next record, 5 years later,
okay.
Call him up. He's in South Africa. I say, hey, we're back in the lab. We're doing the thing. He goes, when? When do you need me? And this man boarded a plane from South Africa to Los Angeles and came here and hung out for 2 weeks to make a record with his son.
How old is he? How old was he then? He
was 76 and he would die. He was 75. He would die 3 years later.
Whoa. So he came the whole time when you did the record?
Yeah. Came chilled. He came and worked on this song with us. And
were you intimidated working with him?
No, I was excited.
Okay.
At this point, like, it's we're doing this. And I wrote for him. Sonny and I sat and we wrote for him. And
holy shit.
He came. It was the happiest. You've been daydreaming about this since you're 5 years old, watching your father blow people's minds in the middle of a jazz club in New York City at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You've been like daydreaming about what that might be, and here it is.
The greatness working with your pops. Yeah.
40 years later, working with your pops, and it's like the song. We finished the song. It's dope. And like 4 months later, he calls me and he says, "Man, so, Sony's really excited about this new album that I'm doing, but I played them the song that we did, and they love it, man. He's like, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but do you mind if I put it on my record too?
No way, man.
And I'm like, what? What do I mind? He said, it's your shit, man. What do you, like, I'm not going to, like, assume that this is your shit. And your record's not out yet, so I need to know if it's cool.
Yeah, damn, man.
And I was like, by all means, man.
Yeah.
And so it came out on his album first, and it ended up being the last record that he made before he passed.
Dear, man. What year was that?
It's like 2016.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, man. It's the last record he made. It's such a crazy, beautiful story, man. He was in South Africa when he passed?
Yeah.
So he's like 80 by then, maybe, when he passed?
78.
78, okay.
Yeah, 2018. January 23rd. And
Had he been sick for a while or anything like that, or no?
He had prostate cancer once before in 2010 or so, 2009, and he beat it. And the second time around, I think when it came back, I think he was embarrassed. And so he didn't really share with my sister and I what was going on until he had no choice but once we realized, like, you're going to the doctor a lot. Yeah. Like, wait, what? I flew down, went to the oncologist with him, with my sister and my aunt. And, he finally let us, like, advocate for him with him. And then you think, like, okay, cool, we got this. We're the team. And then, the oncologist walks. It's like out of a shitty movie. Yeah. Oncologist just walks in, sits down, and goes, well, you're stage 4. And the thing that you think is sciatica is actually cancer that spread to your spine. You've got 2 years to live. We have some things that we're trying, but, like, you should figure out how to enjoy the rest of your days. Man. Pin drop, bro. Yeah. Pin drop. And you hope in a situation like that you're gonna be on some Tuesdays with Maury shit, right? Where it's gonna be like this back and forth, and your father's gonna, like, sit you around and tell, and no, it wasn't that. My dad went, and I have no judgment around this, but my father he turned inward. He really kind of began to close himself off. There was no world in which we talked about this being finite. Was it because he was he scared, or just? I think he was afraid. He was clearly sad. Yeah, of course. And he was afraid, and he was angry. He was angry that it had come to this. Yeah. And so I had my sister. And nothing was going to change it. Nothing was going to change it. So all the positivity or love that he got, or it almost made him angrier. Yeah. There's nothing you could do about it. So. And we had good times together, but we just couldn't talk about it. Like, I could, if I got sad, or if I had a moment where there were days I remember he's in his bed, and at this point he's not really, why are you fucking looking at me like that? And I'm like, what? Don't look at me like that. And you're in your moment, like, your heart is, of course, don't fucking looking at me like that, You don't want sympathy, you don't want to see him like that, all that stuff. Yeah, all that stuff. It was a trip. Was your mom out there too? No, it was too hard. Yeah. So my mother was, communicating with him a bit through me, and so you were out there for a while. Yeah, I spent from 2016 to 2018. I was in South Africa probably a total of a year. I'm just going back and forth. You're trying to prolong the thing. You're hoping that some magic thing is going to come along, man. And then I remember when he just sort of, like, went off the cliff, and it was he wasn't there anymore. And there's no. That's the insidious thing about cancer, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're watching. I watched a giant, and my father to me he was an immortal.
Sure.
And I watched an immortal whittle down to a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then at a certain point, no longer have the ability to even enunciate. And that, and then you're pre-planning for their non-existence because you now have to come to grips with the fact that when this happens, you will not be able, this will not take place within the walls of your family. This is going to take place with the entire world.
That's true.
So
Think about that.
You're literally on the phone with a New York Times writer before they die, having a conversation about the obituary. You're trying to pre-plan with the Guardian and the Times, etc.
That's insane, dude.
And you're it's out of body, bro.
And that is because you want it to be all the right stuff out there, right? From the jump.
You hire a PR team.
It's crazy.
To be like, okay, so this thing is going to happen. How are we going to, as a family, how do we get to be in charge of the storytelling so that a bunch of shit doesn't weave out? That like you're suddenly responsible for legacy before they even go.
Yeah. That's intense.
And that is intense.
And
then it happens and literally it just goes Twitter, etc. And all the things are happening and you're like, what the fuck? And you don't begin to get, you have four state funerals and a family funeral in South Africa over the course of 6 weeks. And then you come home and everyone's gone on with their life and you're angry. Like, what are you all regularing about? Don't you know?
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I'm doing.
Mm.
And that began a fucking, oh God, man, that was
a dark time for you.
Dark time. Dark.
Because that was close to like right before the pandemic too, right?
Yeah.
That's like 2008, 2019, right?
Yeah.
You passed in 2018.
18, yeah.
Yeah, so then 19, then the pandemic, and then we're fucking...
Yeah, boom, it's on. A year later, we're in it.
And you're probably just getting, like...
Yeah, it was all...
Then you're by yourself, and then...
Yeah, all those things. All those things.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it was...
You were sober? Are you sober?
Presently.
Yeah.
Was I then?
No, it was gonna...
No.
You went off the rails?
I went fucking off the rails. Yeah.
Like during the pandemic too, and just probably from your dad passing until then.
Yeah, I definitely.
But you weren't really like that before, were you?
No, like I dabbled, but I definitely I went into some escapism for sure.
Fuck. And how? Yeah.
Yeah, and
because now we're not working. Now we're in the pandemic. You lost your pops. Like there's nothing.
Yeah, I was angry
but you're always working out though. I see that.
Yeah. I mean, I partied like, and I definitely tried to anesthetize myself for sure, but I never pushed I always knew when to get off the train. Sometimes that meant like smashing your face into the door and like, oh shit, I don't go here. But yeah, I went through some really, really dark times. And then therapy.
I was going to ask you therapy. Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, well, this isn't working. It's not cool. You're not cool right now.
What, therapy you mean?
No, therapy is cool.
Yeah.
But like how you feel like trying to party away your sorrows.
Yeah.
Is not cool.
But the therapy helped.
Therapy has been a super gift. Therapy and plant medicine have been a massive gift.
Yeah. You still in therapy now?
Yeah. Still in therapy. Therapy is my favorite day.
Yeah.
I sing songs on the way to therapy.
You do? You never had therapy up until this moment since your dad passed? It did nothing up until that moment? Therapy throughout your whole life?
Before then?
Yeah.
I did therapy briefly in like the mid-aughts, but like I didn't have no one tells you that it's not one size fits all. Like I think finding a right therapist is like finding a partner.
It's so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Who's going to hold the mirrors up to you at the angles you don't want to see with love and at eye level?
Yeah.
Because if it's from up here down, that's going to set you off. If it's giving you easy outs, that ain't doing anything. So who's going to, who's the person who's going to, without judgment, be able to hold and show you these angles that you're not cool with, and also let you know that it's okay.
Totally. Yeah.
And it took a while, and then I found that person.
Yeah. How long have you been sober for now?
I'm actually just on like a sober run right now for because I'm running the New York Marathon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I just was
Is that your first marathon?
Second.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where's your first one?
New York, 2009.
Damn, that's the ultimate one I want to do too. It's
Yeah.
it's like my bucket list, dude.
Yeah.
Running through all the boroughs and the bridge and all that, man.
That's the only thing that's motivating me as I'm like.
I heard it's
it is insane. It is a real. It's a walk through humanity, like the depths of the possibility of humanity. Like people just out celebrating.
That's I heard playing music, all that stuff.
Yeah,
dude.
everybody's out. You know.
How long have you been running for?
I run a lot as part of my fitness.
Okay.
But I've been like running. I joined a run club last year.
Nice.
That I do on Saturdays. Just dope people, all sorts of folks just out there it's a meditation.
Yeah, what do you run? You run in Venice?
I run in Venice,
Okay.
yeah. I run in Venice, and then sometimes I'll drive like someplace to go do some hill training or whatever. That, and I cycle now. Yeah.
Love cycling?
I love cycling.
Do you own a gym too, or part of a gym?
I am an investor in Deuce Gym in Venice, yeah. But yeah, I'm a mammal, middle-aged man in Lycra on the cycle, which is some shit that I never thought I'd ever do.
It's such a good workout too, though, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
that's been more constant in your life.
Yeah.
All the exercise stuff since the passing of your dad. You've always been like that throughout your life, trying to maintain.
I've always been into it just because selfishly you want to like still be able to do the things that you love at the highest level.
For true.
So, but I really locked in. I locked into fitness, like to training as part of a lifestyle at 40.
Okay.
That was 14 years ago.
Yeah.
And if you would have told me that I'd, be doing the shit that I'm doing now at 54, I'd be like,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like,
but the invest in yourself part is huge.
Mental, physical, everything, man.
And I'm glad that I had that balance even when I was going through my worst. Because I think that always kept me a measure of honest. Like there was I'm in pain, but I'm also trying to take care of myself. Like this is not a lifestyle. I'm going through a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I enjoy taking sober breaks. I enjoy sobriety for clarity.
Yeah.
Do I still drink occasionally? Yeah, but I don't party. Those days are over.
Yeah. You're older now, man.
Yeah. It's not cool.
It's
like being a broke surfer.
Yeah, that was never cool.
Yeah.
Did you drop a new record in 2021 too?
No.
I thought you did. The sound of
No, the sound. I mean, the album didn't come out.
Okay.
Like that song came out, but I didn't put
I
didn't put the album out until like 2018.
Okay.
2019. So it was a slow burn on putting out that album. And now I got the itch
to make some new music.
Yeah. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. I got the itch right now because it's been a long time, and my son's in the band, so we write new songs. I just want to record something and have it out there with my son playing music with me to have out there, just, part of the legacy of the band.
I've told you this 1,000 times, but watching you raise your son in music together, I saw so much of my relationship with my father in you and your son, but I got to see like what it could look like where he gets to embrace it and not have to take this long way around because you never made him stand in your shadow.
Yeah, thank you.
And watching the way you helped him to love it, and then embraced the talent that he had, and like embraced who he was in a rather unconventional way. I'm sure there are plenty of people like, well, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah.
To see who he's developed into today, and what that relationship is, which isn't all easy.
No,
but it's not, but like, I salute you.
Thank you.
It's a really, 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 really powerful thing to witness.
Thank you. I'm really proud of him. He's a drummer. I'm not a drummer. I don't play any instruments. I don't know where it came from, but he was banging on stuff at a super young age. We got him his first Mickey Mouse. He had 5 different size drum sets, so they got to be a real one, and he just loves it. Billy took lessons. Like, just listens to music, loves it, turned me on to so much music, and now he plays in my band, plays with other people.
No, he's a savage.
He's a savage, and
he's a real killer.
And I haven't even talked on the podcast about this, but since you brought up, I know you're familiar with suicidal tendencies.
Yeah.
Obviously. I mean, a week ago, I got a DM from Suicidal's Instagram saying, "Hey, it's Mike Muir. Call me ASAP." I was like, "I don't have your number." Long story short, my son is going to go play with Mike Muir in Australia and do half Psycho Michael songs and half Suicidal Tendencies songs that I grew up on. Me and my wife were freaking out. My son's in Bali. He could give a shit. He's just surfing. He's like, "What's that band sound like?" I'm like, "What?" Anyway, my son got the gig. It's crazy. He's going to Australia for the first time. He's going to play with Mike Muir, one of my heroes. So, like, that's because somebody saw his videos. He heard about my son. It had nothing to do with me. His good friend is the drummer from Lady Gaga. He's 22. His name's Tosh. Shout out to Tosh. He's a big fan of my son's drumming. They're both young kids who live at home still. You'll check out my man. It's just all about word of mouth. You know what I mean? It's not like some Nepo baby type shit. My son is like a real dope drummer.
You saw what your son had, and you're like, I can't ignore this.
Exactly.
You didn't prop him up to be something that he's not.
Didn't even push it at all.
At all. And then once, like, if you're like me and you know music, I remember the first time I saw him playing, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
This is a generational talent that you have.
Yeah.
And it's really been cool to see the way you nurtured it, man.
Yeah, it's crazy because I never knew he was a beast like that until he played with H2O, because he played his other band. He had a high school band called Ren. They were like Tool, like math rocky, weird type stuff.
Right.
But when he really got into this band, he started like thriving and hitting, and I'm like, and like some legends coming out of the woodwork telling me, like, people from Josh Reed, just a bunch of people saying, "Yo, your son, I heard about your son," or just, it's awesome, man.
I think I DM'd you early on. I was one of those people to be like, yeah, your boy's that's not cute what he's doing.
But my son is just so chill about it too. Like, he doesn't, what I love about Max is like, he's an ill skateboarder, ill surfer, but he doesn't think about like, I'm dope. He's like, I just like doing it, makes me happy.
His joy.
He doesn't get nervous on stage. And the suicidal thing is like, okay, if you guys think I should check it, I'll check it out. He's like, oh, this is cool songs. I'm going to go do it. It's not like he's like, I'm a drummer, I'm a professional. He's just living his life. He's 22.
He's living his best life.
Yeah, and he doesn't think about like, he's always very insecure about, like, gets nervous. I don't know. It's awesome, dude. Yeah. I'm very happy to play music with my son. It's wild, man.
What a gift, man. What an immense gift.
What is some of your daily rituals?
My daily rituals.
I know it's working out.
Well, working out is definitely one of them. My daily ritual at present is my mantra at present is just a little bit better today.
I love that.
All we need to be is just a little bit better today. That one has been a true game changer for me, because I'm a weird Virgo perfectionist.
Yeah. You're a pretty harsh critic of yourself.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah. You're an artist. Yeah.
And but which can be super detrimental, because then you'll just like blow shit up because it's not perfect.
Yeah. Destroy things. Yeah.
You know, the convenient sabotage because it's not
relationship, everything.
Yeah. And so I just live in, and I'm verbal about it, and just a little bit better today.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then what? Are you on social media a lot?
Yeah, but I've really been trying to wean.
It's hard, man.
Cutting myself somewhat in half from what it used to be, but I am on social media a lot.
Check DMs and stuff.
I do. I get business that way.
Yeah.
I
know, man. It's really good. A lot of good things about it.
I think before we came on air, I was talking about how I just got some sponsors for my podcast just from checking my DMs.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Stuff like that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's a really dark, crazy place too.
And like sometimes, like if I can't get to someone's agent or PR team, I'll just be like, "You want to come on my thing?" And they'll be like, "Hey, of course, yes."
Same, yeah, dude.
So I utilize it that way, and I think I'm lucky that I think I've curated a pretty good algorithm, so I don't see a lot of like shit.
Yeah.
But also like being an activist type person, I find myself sometimes getting fired up about shit and everything that's going on in with LA and ICE, etc.
Yeah,
man.
Just,
it's a very, very, very interesting.
It's hard to stay
time.
positive, man.
It's hard. It's hard to stay positive, but I actually do believe that it's our responsibility to be positive.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility. I was talking to a friend the other night. It's easy sometimes to think about your gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've got immense gifts, right? I'm so blessed. I got these gifts. I get to do this thing. And you rarely think about your gifts as like, I have a responsibility to share what it is that I have.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how it's going to affect people around me, but it is my responsibility to do the most that I can with these gifts.
Yeah, for sure.
To affect the world in whatever 0.00001% of a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been really trying to think about, it's far more motivating for me now to think about my gifts from a place of responsibility.
Yeah.
To figure out ways to be of healthy contribution in a dark world.
Yeah. I just lead by example and try to inspire and just
I'm not going to change everything, but like I might be able to affect a little bit. I get affected a little bit by people who share, and so I've just been
for sure.
Yeah, trying to think about it from a place of responsibility of late.
So you're an optimist. You've always been an optimist?
I have always been an optimist, but I'm also an empath.
Okay.
So I'm wrestling optimism with like feel. I feel people's pain.
Yeah, same. Especially when you see the whole world, what's happening with everything. You want to be there, you want to help, but you really feel like you can't. It's like, it's hard, man.
And we're not meant to see all of it all the time.
We're not. But we do.
But we do. And so you have to you got to put yourself on timeout. And I know
it's affecting all of us, man.
It is. My mom, I tell people all the time, like, stock up on your joy. You got to stock up.
Mm.
You got to be intentional about finding and stocking up on your joy. That's the only way that you're going to be able to survive these times.
Yeah.
And sometimes it feels weird. You feel bad to go out and get your joy, but like, if you don't, you're going to be worthless to whatever the cause is.
It's true.
So
great point.
Go get your joy.
Do you have any major regrets in your life?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah. Some people say no. It's interesting.
I have regrets for sure. Yeah, I definitely. I have regrets. There are things that I wish that I've done better. But I'm grateful for the lessons learned from them and that I can do them now. But
yeah,
shit, it'd be nice to go back a couple of key moments and be like, I'd like to change my answer to this test.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you don't get to do that.
You don't.
But I mean, some people are like, oh, I don't have any regrets. I definitely have regrets. But that my regrets don't outweigh the positives.
For sure.
And the shit I'm happy about.
What's like a latest obsession you have?
Cycling.
Okay. It's a healthy one.
Cycling's my latest obsession. I've only been doing it a year, but just me all click-clacked up in the shoes and click-clacked up in the shoes, and I stand in front of the mirror before I leave the house and I laugh every time.
That's your outfit? Yeah.
Because I'm just like, what have you become? But when you were a kid, remember when you would just get out on your bike and go?
Yeah, sure.
And explore? That's the adult version for me. I don't know where I'm going to ride on that day. But 30 miles later, I'm like, I know LA in a way that I didn't before.
Yeah. That's true. Get out and see the world, see the city. Have you surfed and snowboarded every place you wanted to in the world?
No. I've surfed and snowboarded most of the places, but I need to get to South America. Like I've surfed Brazil, but I want to surf Chile and Peru.
That'd be amazing.
And I want to snowboard Chile.
That's awesome.
And I also want to somehow or another surf in Iceland.
Really?
Underneath the fucking
That'd be sick.
the lights, bro. If I could, yeah.
I never hear people talk about surfing in Iceland. Yeah.
Yeah, there's waves. It's a mission, but if I could, a surf session under the northern lights.
Yeah.
We're good.
Do you still love traveling?
I do, man.
You get anxiety going to the airport and all that stuff? No?
I'm more comfortable on the road than I am at home.
Wow. Yeah.
But I think it's because...
Seeing a person, it's hard for you to sit still.
Yeah. There's also just like, it's... Being on the road to me is discovery.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's what I love about going on the road. Do I want to be on the road 225 days a year like I used to be?
Yeah.
No. But like a cool 75 to 100, like I'm still here for that.
Yeah.
You know, my dad played 90 shows a year until he was sick enough to not play anymore.
90 a year?
Bro, he was
incredible.
I don't want to be doing that when I'm in my 70s, but
nah.
My dad was also playing his best.
Yeah.
Like at 74, 75, he was two lightsabers in each hand. Just
amazing, man.
You know, and he loved it.
Yeah.
You know, until he couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'll play for, but I'll play as long as I can still play. You know what I'm saying? I'll stay in the best shape of my life, and still, I love being on stage. I love playing music. I love traveling, playing music. But yeah,
I want to travel just to like be.
Just to see and not work.
Yeah. I don't want to gig to travel.
I know so many places I've been to. It's only for like one day because I'm on tour. It sucks.
Yeah.
Different countries.
So yeah, I'm definitely trying to like have more experiences that way that aren't attached to like any events and shit.
Are you still checking out like new hip hop and stuff like that?
Yeah, I am. I love new hip hop. I've been listening to that new JID album.
Mm-hmm. You like the Freddie Gibbs Alchemist record?
Freddie Gibbs Alchemist record. I mean, Freddie Gibbs is just talk about just a beautiful enigma.
Incredible, man.
But yeah, the Freddie Gibbs Alchemist shit is.
That and the Clips record.
The Clips record is the Clips record is. Every time I go back to it, it feels like the first time, and I'm getting something new. It's a body of work.
The first song with John Legend, bro.
It's just
the
shit with the dad.
We both lost our dads. Yeah,
with the dad shit. Like I was just like, oh man.
And I saw him perform a couple weeks ago, and fucking Kendrick came out. It was first.
Oh,
song.
you were at that show.
Oh my god, bro!
I saw that shit on Instagram.
Dude, it was the first song he came out with. Like, holy shit, dude!
Yeah, they wasted no time.
Yeah, it was incredible, man. But yeah,
there's this young girl, Samara Sin.
Mm-hmm.
She's incredible. Doechii,
whoop, man.
Tierra Whack. Yeah.
There's a lot. My son turns me on to a bunch of stuff too. Like, yeah, we go to Flognog and that's Tyler's thing.
So you got a 22-year-old son, so he keeps you honest.
I'm gonna go to this year. It's in November. I think Doechii is playing this year too.
I've never been to Flognog. I want to go.
We should go, man.
I've listened to that Tyler record too.
Great. I love it, dude. It's got some like Young Money vibes. Like, yeah, it's really great, man. He's incredible.
The manner in which he has just continues to evolve, and you get to, I'm sure you see this too. Like, especially with the last 3 albums, like the depth of this dude's musicality,
dude.
The like musicality, and then in turn the musicianship that he surrounds himself with. But like, you're just like, oh, you know, we can talk about Pharrell, etc. But like, you're also low key, like on your super producer dude,
dude. Just seen him on Fairfax for years, skating with his crew, just hanging out there, and then like all the different crazy videos he came out. This is the level, and now he's just, it's fucking incredible.
The imagery to go with, and just the depth of curation of all of the pieces at a time in which everyone is doing the same thing.
Same thing, man.
Is refreshing. Even like that's what made I think the Clips rollout so dope. Dude. Where you're like, wait, these dudes are slow playing a body of work, and y'all are grown ups but you're doing all these things in a way like you're stirring up curiosity for the thing. This album had better be this good.
Exactly.
And then the album is like
incredible.
Incredible.
Little snippets we heard, like they're doing New York Times podcasts, like these high level podcasts, not the normal ones. Their collabs with Carhartt. There's different things that were dropping, coming out. Like
yeah.
It just dropped a Born and Raised one a couple weeks ago, the night of the show. It's just like
so good.
Bro.
I mean, I just have a lot of respect for the artists who are willing. Like, I don't know if you've seen the Cardi B rollout.
Yeah, she's like
on the side of the road.
I watched the whole court thing, which was fucking
the court
incredible.
thing was insane.
I love her even more from that.
The court shit was
but
incredible.
She's doing something on the street. Like, what is she doing? I forgot.
She's basically like a Rasta on the side of the road with all the records out on a blanket on 125th in Harlem.
New York shit. That's
like
old
some
New York
old New York shit.
Damn.
Literally waving the incense as she's talking about like the vinyl,
bro.
etc. And you're just like,
I fucking love her, dude.
She's the best.
I know. I fell back in love with her from this chord thing. Just like her face expressions, what she was saying, this her whole shit. She was just real, man.
She's in the street being like, yo, I'm a single mother of 3. If y'all don't buy this album, I'm gonna have to sell my Ferrari.
She said,
like, why would you do that to me?
She's saying that?
Yes.
Dude, she's like almost reinventing herself with everything right now. I don't know. It's crazy. I love her, man.
There's 2 different types of celebrity. There's a celebrity who chooses to be the artist first, so you're going to get where I'm at and not where I've been. And then there's the people who are like, oh my God, how do I continue to deliver you the thing that you loved 5, 10, 15 years ago, and also retain that same shape, etc., and not change.
She's never changed, dude.
Yeah, and
she might even got even more fucking. I don't know. Really, I don't know.
She just evolved. Like, you know, I just have respect for like, this is me today. We're all you know enough about me that I'm not gonna fake the shit. So we're gonna keep it a whole buck. It's like Malice being like, all right,
dude, Malice, bro.
I was Malice. Now I'm Malice no more.
Yeah. So sick.
So
just hearing his voice again on there, just everything. It's just like, what will be your fucking top 5 MCs?
Top 5 MCs for me, Biggie, Nas.
Oh yeah.
This will be controversial, but Jay-Z.
Come on, man. Hell no. Those are my 3 so far. My 5, dude.
And this is really gonna piss people off, but I've actually been dipping back into the entirety of Eminem, and I'm
respect, man.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. How did I forget?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. How did I forget? And also,
wow.
If you look at this disaffected, lost, angry at the world, why don't I get everything now, young white kids, they don't have an Eminem.
It's true. It's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have an Eminem who's like, hey, bro, chill. Like, here's the big picture.
Yeah.
Here's the context. I watched this woman speak on like the brilliant nature of Stan. And
you watched that doc that just came out?
No.
It's incredible. It's called Stans. Anyway.
Okay. And so I went back and I really sat with that song in the video and I was like, oh my God.
Bro.
This dude was basically foretelling everything that's happening to these kids today.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, M now has re-entered.
Incredible though, man.
My
doesn't
top
really
5.
get mentioned that much. It's
No.
interesting.
And then I'm a huge Mos Def fan.
Awesome,
excuse
man.
me, no longer Mos. But yeah.
What's he go by
Mos.
now?
It's
I forgot his name. Yeah.
How am I forgetting?
I have to figure it out.
How am I forgetting? But yeah, Mos. Mos is one of my favorite all times. I mean, then it's Mos, it's Talib, it's
KRS.
It's KRS.
Rakim.
KRS is Rakim's the first shit that I ever learned, like front to back.
Best, man.
Yeah, top 5 is whatever.
It's really hard. It's hard. But yeah, most Def really didn't mention. Yeah, I forgot his name. He's going by now. Fuck, what's his name, dude?
My black card has been pulled. When did Selema lose his black card? when he kept calling Mos Def
What's his name?
on the Toby Morse podcast.
But you have what Shapes Us podcast now, right?
Yes.
And is that coming every week?
I just finished 24 episodes.
Ooh. You banked them, and now they all can start coming out.
No, I've been rolling them out in 6-packs for the last 7-8 months.
Okay. And
that was a deal that I did with Outside, so I'm in a little bit of a break right now, and then I'm gonna pick back up in another month.
So how many per week?
How many per week?
How many do you drop a week? Did you dropped them at once?
No, I would drop I would bank them and then drop 6.
Oh, 6, okay.
And then bank them and then drop 6.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I've been doing. It's been mostly action sports based, but I've been trying to now step out a bit. I just did Mikey February, the surfer, who was incredibly brilliant. The premise of the podcast is the incidents and accidents that shape us into being. So if you can find those little bits to unpack for folks. And I'm a conversationalist, man.
Yeah,
I
really love the conversations.
I really enjoy what you can get from beyond what people know about a person.
For sure.
Yeah.
What was your take on the Olympics? Like seeing skateboarding go into that world, and
I think.
And would you go Olympics at all?
I've done a couple.
You've done it, yeah.
I did a couple, but there's a lot of politics at NBC Sports and at the Olympics, and you don't make any money to go to the Olympics. They basically say to you, I mean, you get paid something, but like relative to what you have to do an Olympics, they're like, listen, everyone and their mother's killing to do this, so you either come and do this for like next to nothing and use it to bolster your career, or don't talk to us.
Wow.
So like it's a commitment for those 6 weeks. That being said, do I want to be a part of LA 28 all day? And if they call and say, hey, we'd like you to be a part of skateboarding or surfing or something, I'd be over the moon.
I forgot it's coming to 2028.
Yeah. And I think LA 2028 for these sports that were literally born in this region is going to be
it's going to be crazy,
be huge. And I think it's insane that this counterculture thing that you literally used to get arrested for like just pushing down the street.
True.
Cops will pull you over just for pushing down the street.
Yeah.
Is now an Olympic sport.
It's crazy.
Is insane. But the manner in which it's growing skateboarding culturally in countries that didn't have it before, because those countries see the opportunities, is beautiful. So I see these skate scenes that are blowing up in Ghana and Uganda. It's obvious what took place in Brazil and Japan.
Yeah.
In the Middle East. I think in the same way that X Games took a generation of kids who didn't know anything about skateboarding and made them curious about what that culture might be and turned them into skateboarders, I think the Olympics is doing. But again, like the Olympics is a small blip in that leads you to the roots of what skateboarding is, which I think is one of the most creative forms of athletic expression. Like those dudes are ninjas,
man.
Bro.
I know, man.
They're ninjas.
And the young kids are skating now, and all the new. It's insane, man.
And
Tony Hawk's still killing it too.
Yeah. And the women.
I know the women are,
the girls
crushing it. And like 12-year-old girls,
girls are. I just watched
dominating, bro.
Sky Brown last week.
Sky Brown, yeah.
At this Red Bull Origins event celebrating like the influence of Venice on skate culture.
That's
and
sick.
It was Sky and Minna Hess and all these young girls who are like, there was never a day in which I was ever as good as that 13-year-old girl.
Oh yeah, same.
Like there's not at my best. And I just love that the women finally got
the diversity in it.
The diversity in it is beautiful. Did you hear that? We said diversity.
No, it's true though. In skateboarding and all that, surfing.
Yeah. It's in everything.
And everything, man.
If it makes you, people having a problem with diversity in general is jealousy and envy.
Absolutely.
The idea that other people get to participate.
Yeah.
When you thought that got to be first in line by default.
For sure.
And the rude awakening of what that might be.
I love how skateboarding, surfing, snowboarding, maybe I'm wrong, and then punk rock, hip hop, everything's all like just meshed together now. It's like everybody does it. It's like
there's no box. You can dance throughout all these different spaces and show up however you want to as yourself. I'm excited about this. What I see within the Gen Zennials. Where like they're getting their affection for 90s culture and what it meant and just showing up how you want to be.
Yeah.
And the way they just embrace each other for, however they are.
It's beautiful, man.
It gives me hope.
I see that in punk rock too these days, like the diversity of the young bands and the woman-fronted bands. It's such a beautiful time for underground punk music. It's
just seeing pits again.
Oh, it's so many everywhere, bro.
I'm like,
I know.
These
like
kids
serious
are
ones
swinging.
Like you see it too.
I'm like, yes,
it's crazy, bro.
We might be okay.
I know. I'm gonna invite you to our show at the end of the year. We're playing at the Bellwether at the end of our tour this year.
I'll
should come out.
I'll
awesome.
be there. I'll put on a helmet and pads.
No, they'd be fine.
Get right in the mix. Just diving off the stage.
Have you ever stage dived back in the day?
Come on.
It's sick.
What kind of question is that? Absolutely.
What were some of the punk bands you like growing up?
I like to go to a lot of ska shows.
Sick.
So I was going to see bands like Flat Manhattan and the Mighty Mighty Bosstones.
That's my boys. Shout out to the Bosstones.
Yeah, like our early Bosstones shows, like in San Diego,
That's amazing,
you
dude.
just pack yourselves in the car, go sweat yourself shitless.
It's cool, like ska. That's cool.
And also have those moments where you're like, there's one other black guy there.
Yeah.
Arm in arm, bro.
And there's a black guy, Kevin in the Bosstones too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I'm meeting him, my dad plays the trumpet. Like,
oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. But there's like so many all diverse punk bands. It's crazy. Man.
Have you seen these kids? The
Paradox
band,
bro. Yo, they call themselves Black 182.
Bro, I've been following them for like 2.5 years, maybe 3 years.
They're playing there in October. Want to go?
Yes,
we're going, dude.
Absolutely.
I saw them.
I first started following them when they had like 2,000 followers.
Are they from Chicago, Detroit?
I don't know, but I don't know. But I remember telling my friends, like, I'm telling you right now,
dude,
these kids are going to blow.
They're killing it. The drummer calls himself Travis Darker, and the other guy calls himself Tom DeSchlong. They love blending.
They're brilliant. And then it was cool to see Travis come in and do, and now watching them explode. And they write dope songs.
Yeah, they're killing it. They're going to come on a tour. I think they're playing the Forum in October. I have it on my list. We're going to go.
I'm there with you.
Yeah, they might come on the pod. I was DMing with one of the guys in the band, but yeah, I'm super stoked on that. Just seeing that, it's like, fuck, bro.
That's all the shit that gives me hope.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Well, I appreciate you being here, man. This is amazing.
I'm so happy that we finally got to make this happen.
So cool. I have a surprise I have a gift for you too. I was breaking your balls for years to get this Kendrick, this Kendrick hoodie from you, the Nike damn one, because I used to have it. But in the process, I got you something sick. I'll give you after pod. It's pretty. What happened to the sweatshirt? You gave it away?
No, my brother.
Oh, it's just your brother. That's all good.
My brother copped it.
Did you go to Kendrick for the new tour? The GNX tour?
No, I was out of town.
Oh my God, SZA was incredible, man.
SZA.
You're a big Kendrick fan too, right?
Yes, huge Kendrick fan.
I was at that pop-out show. It was incredible.
Huge Kendrick fan.
Damn.
All the way back to Section 80. The whole ride has just been...
What an incredible human artist is everything, man.
Truly...
Deserves everything right now.
All of
He's
it.
Crushing it, dude.
All of it. He deserves all of it. I met him.
Oh, what?
I met him in Paris 2.5 years ago. I was at the Chanel show in Paris.
Check you out, bro.
Bro, I was on the Champs-Élysées at Chanel. I shit you not. Like, my weird ass life finds me front row. And afterwards, there was like a very exclusive Chanel lunch that I got to go to.
No way.
And I roll in, there's like 100 people there, and then just standing there, it's K-Dot. So I was like, I'm rocking up on K-Dot. And bro, we sat and we talked for like, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour. Like what? he was wonderful.
Oh,
wonderful.
That's incredible.
Took a flick.
Really? Yeah.
Posted that shit up on the gram.
Hell yes.
And like, fuck all y'all. It's me and K-Dot dripped on the Champs-Élysées at Chanel. At fucking Chanel.
That's crazy.
Which was insane.
And he was super nice, humble, fucking honest.
He was humble. The depth of his cultural awareness, like, we're talking about skateboarding culture and hip hop and all the shit. He was wonderful.
I love him, dude.
And you know, sometimes you meet people and you're just like, oh God.
Oh hell, don't meet your heroes.
Fuck, did I meet you?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna name names.
I can't name names either, man. But you're like so hurt, dude, for
and
sure.
Kendrick was just like, you're like, of course.
Of course, you're gonna be this cool and awesome. Yeah.
You can't be a scholar like you are and be an asshole.
You ever get starstruck meeting somebody?
Yes, all the time.
Who?
I stay starstruck.
Give me one.
I just ran, like, it'll be random, but like, there's this comedian who I love. Her name is Naomi Otsuka.
Okay.
She's like a Japanese Korean.
Oh wow.
Brilliant comedian. I saw her in the airport the other day, and I freaked out. I was like,
really?
Ah! And then I was like, I'm sorry. Just you're real life and not on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool.
And I took a picture with her, but like, I know how to be cool with the people I need to be cool with.
Yeah, for sure.
So like, I'm not gonna like freak out on Kendrick. I can keep that inside. But then, I met Helen Mirren.
Oh, sick. Amazing actress.
I met Helen Mirren in Sicily. Damn. In 2022.
Damn.
At a thing.
Of course.
And I walk in.
You play cool, man.
And I was like, okay, that's Dame Helen Mirren to the nines, like a goddess. Like Helen Mirren, whatever, 70, 80 years old. You were like, yo, Helen, where you want to go?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, it was. She
was
had
stunning, awesome,
stunning
yeah.
depth of presence, and she was so wonderful and kind and sweet. And then I was like, would it be okay? She's like, I would love to be in a photo with you. And I was like,
damn,
Dame Helen.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that y'all. If I see somebody in my family, say something, dude. You know what I mean?
Morgan Freeman. I got to do a show with Morgan Freeman, and for National Geographic.
Wow.
He had this show called Story of God, and he couldn't do all the episodes. So they were like, we need someone who can sub for the shows that Morgan can't do when he's working on this film. And so he evaluated who it would be, and he was like, okay, I like this guy. Like, you need to meet Morgan and close a deal.
What?
So you're just like, okay, let me just be cool.
Morgan Freeman? Damn.
And so we're at the upfronts with Morgan. Morgan Freeman is co-signing you.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
At an event, and he was, again, gracious, wonderful. And you're like, yeah, there's a reason why your career has been so sustainable.
Yeah, everybody loves you, and like there's nothing. Yeah.
Everyone loves you because you give them an excuse to love you.
True. I saw Andre 3000 at my vegan spot I always go to because he lives in Venice, by the way.
I see him at Air One.
Oh, did you say anything to him?
No.
I had to say. I had to say something, man.
Now
He was nice.
He was?
Yeah, I was like, yes, respect, whatever.
Every time I see him, like, I'll see him with his flute, just like strolling through the streets.
So hard, dude.
And everyone is having a moment and I'm like, what am I going to say that's going to be different than everyone else? I saw him in Air One in line. I'm next to him. The person who's checking him out at the cash register they're having a freak out, and he's just maintaining and being
so cool too.
Andre,
he's so cool looking too.
And he's just cool, and I was like, I can't fuck this up for you. I'm not gonna be cool enough to be cool with you, so let me just be cool from afar.
Yeah.
So I've never talked to Andre.
There was nobody in the restaurant but me and him, and I was behind him. He just turned around. I was like, oh shit. Then he said on the way, I said, hey man, I was gonna say much whatever. He was cool. He was really nice.
Yeah.
Like, what's your name? I was like, nice to meet you. Damn, man. Yeah, he's over there. He's in your neighborhood, bro.
He's in my hood.
Damn.
See him all the time, but I'm like,
that's the thing. You don't want to fan. Yeah. Because he might run into him with some other shit.
Yeah, but I regret it.
He's incredible though. I love that record, the flute record, dude.
The flute record was great.
Bro, this on the airplane, all that.
My
shit.
Meditation joint.
Yeah, bro, he killed it.
Also, to be that brave.
That's punk as fuck.
You're actually you're the illest guest MC in the history of mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've made dope albums.
Yeah.
But think about it, like, if 3000 showed up on your song, like, it's on.
For sure. Yeah.
He doesn't come in with anything than like
heat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? I don't have anything to rap about anymore. So if you'll indulge me, I've been playing the flute and not the sideways flute, but like some David Carradine,
dude,
walking through the streets,
beautiful music,
like,
bro.
and just hang with me. Thank you.
Yeah,
and there will be no rapping at these shows. I'm just
and the song titles, all that.
Yeah, like what? Like,
did you see him perform that record?
I didn't get to see it live.
Me too. I missed it too, man.
No.
I heard you have to. I heard people like I don't get high, but people say to go see you get high. It's just got a whole different.
I'm sure like a little bit of mushrooms or something would be like a nice portal extender.
But I thought that was
type of music.
So punk rock because they've been expecting this record from him for years. He just drops that record like this. I'm putting out. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck you like it or not.
And he's probably sitting on crates of bars and shit.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no.
I love it, man.
That's artistry.
It maybe the thing when you put music on makes people be like, I'm mad at you for that. It's so sick. Like a lot of rappers like, what the fuck? I'm like,
it's brilliant.
I
Absolutely
love him,
brilliant.
dude. Well, dude, you're brilliant. I appreciate you being here and hearing your journey and sitting with you. And we've known each other for years and never really chopped it up like this. And really appreciate you being here, man.
I knew it would be dope.
I know.
But this is like even beyond that. I knew it would be this, but it's dope to be in this with you.
No, it's been great, man. I really appreciate you, and I have a whole new perspective and love for you, and I really your journey. And new music coming out soon, maybe next year.
Yeah,
this year.
I've just begun writing and working on some shit with different folks.
Nice.
This is gonna be the first album that I do in concert with a few different friends.
That's
producer
cool.
wise.
That's cool.
So getting me out of my comfort zone a bit. I'm also like Sonny's gonna do some stuff as well. But yeah.
How old is Sonny now?
Sonny is 45.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought he was older. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 45.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 45.
Damn.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He did a bunch of shit with John Batiste on his last record.
That's cool.
Sonny's he's a musical. He is a musical assassin. He just he understands it in a way. I mean, his grandfather was Quincy Jones. His dad, Stuart Levine.
Oh,
he
shit.
doesn't
Okay,
really
here we
have a
go.
choice.
Okay,
but
it's in his blood. Yeah.
It's in his blood, but he has a reverence for the 12 notes that allows him to be free and take all the chances.
That's amazing.
That's what I love
man.
about working with him.
Yeah. So you still snowboard and
yeah,
still doing it. Yeah.
I'm still
Every year you go in some
every
spots
year,
and traveling.
I start off my season every year in the backcountry of British Columbia, outside of Nelson in Canada.
Wow.
Just go catboarding for like a week.
You ever come out of helicopters and do
Yes.
stuff? Wow.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. Straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I go to the gym.
Yeah, just so you can do that.
It's just to still be able to do that, and if the waves come up on a certain day, to feel like, okay, let's go get some.
Damn.
I just saw Tom Carroll, who is one of my childhood idols, former world champion. He's 63 years old, and he just pulled into a barrel at Cloudbreak in Fiji, which is a very critical
63,
wave.
wow.
And he got the wave of a lifetime that I sort of like had thought like, oh, you might not be able to get one of those anymore. And I saw that the other day, and I was like, okay, so we are recalibrating the possibilities, and now we know what we're training for.
That's incredible. 63?
63. Looking fit as fuck.
I
and
love that. That's so inspiring, man.
Like so inspiring, where you're like, you shake yourself out of like, yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
You got it. If you've got it, keep going.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't want to live forever, but as long as I'm here, I want to do all the things that I love.
There it is.
And that's why we train. That's why we stay in shape and take care of ourselves, so we can still be big kids and do this shit.
I don't need the longest life, but I would like to have the best one possible while I'm here.
And we're doing it, man. We're living it,
We're
man.
doing it.
You have any no tattoos, huh?
I have 2.
Oh, shit, nice.
We got one here, Amantla, which means strength and power, which my dad yelled at every show.
Nice.
That was like the freedom cry to end apartheid. And then I have this beautiful palm tree on my forearm to remind me what it's all about.
It is all about.
And more coming.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for being here. Thanks to the listeners. This is fucking awesome. And we're going to go to Camp Flognog and all that shit.
Yeah, we're going to shows.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Got to give a big shout out to Liquid Death. I've been in a band called H2O for 30 years. And my first real job with a company is a water brand. Go figure. Love you, Liquid Death. Love the people. Love the brand. Love the concept. love what they give back, love the community, love what they do for the environment. You can go liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on any of their merchandise that they make. They have such incredible collabs. Also, if you want to hear the story of the CEO, my good friend Mike Cesario, on the podcast, you can go to episode 115, part 1. And then 2 years later, we dropped a part 2, which is episode 275 with the CEO, Mike Cesario. Just a man from Delaware with a dream, worked at a marketing company and made this become a reality. Liquid Death is an incredible company, incredible water, incredible people. And I'm super, super honored to be part of them. They sponsor my life. They sponsor everything, my family. So go to liquiddeath.com/OLLC and get free shipping on anything you want to buy on that site. If you want to get water, it's exclusively on Amazon.com. Murder your thirst, y'all. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swiped the credit card. Don't really tell me much, didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life, One Chance podcast is now with Removery. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Removery has 155 locations and 1.8 million treatments. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology, cryotechnology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Definitely check out One Life, One Chance podcast, episode 281. I have Carmen Brody, Mike McTurnan, and Dustin Ortle from Removery. And this is over 2-hour conversation. People had submitted questions. It's an incredible conversation breaking down the do's, the don'ts, the fears, process, the results, everything you could imagine about getting a tattoo removed. It's all in this podcast. It's an incredible episode. I appreciate them all coming out for it. So check that out if you want to learn more about Removery and what it's like to get a tattoo removed. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out. As we get older, we start paying attention to what we put in our bodies. I personally have been listening to my body since I was 18 when I went vegan. I've always been focused on my health. It's super important, mental and physical health. But it's really important for people who are just starting to get more healthy and trying to step up their life. Doing your homework, reading the labels, researching and verifying everything that's quality. It's part of the game these days. That's why I started drinking AG1s. I'm so proud to have them sponsor my podcast. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut support and is backed by multiple research studies so you can trust what you're putting into your body. We're all so busy these days, so just throw a pack of AG1 in the morning into a cup of water and shake it up and drink it. I love the way it tastes. I do it every single morning. It's part of my routine. I bring the packets on tour. It's an incredible life changer for me. Many supplements only reference research from ingredients in their product, but I trust AG1 in my daily routine because it's constantly putting the formula to the test. It's backed by multiple research studies, and one of those research studies, AG1 was shown to have double the amount of healthy bacteria in the gut, which is super important because these help digestion in the immune system and immune health. And these bacteria are known to help with digestion as well, gas and bloating, which I freaking need. And it also promotes regular bowel movements, what I can attest to. In another research study, 97% participants felt more energy after 30 days, and 91% of the participants noticed that they needed less coffee after 60 days. I quit coffee like 5 months ago. I know I'm good on that. But AG1 is packed with a variety of nutrient-dense ingredients and is the perfect complement to my healthy diet. I drink it because I know it's going to work, and it gives me a peace of mind covering all my nutrition bases for the day. In fact, I trust it so much, that's why I'm spreading the word about it. That's why it sponsors my podcast. Thanks to Angie Huberman for turning me on to AG1s, connecting me with them, and now they're part of my podcast. It's so easy and satisfying to start your day with AG1s. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of the vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your purchase at drinkag1.com/OLLC. That's drinkag1.com/OLLC. It's never been a better time to focus on your health and wellness and get back on track, man. Take control of your daily health. Health is wealth.